All right. Bears have it 1st and 10 here. Ball at the 43-yard line, sorry. Gonna drop back, they throw, and incomplete. All right, we're good on all ends. That's good to see. Yo, what's up, Space? Or what's up, Ape? What's up, Daniel? How you guys doing?
It's a really good job by Justin Fields just getting that ball out of his hands.
Let's go like
First
that.
down, you come out, you throw a screen, you're trying to take a
Make the
shot
screen a
down
little bigger.
the sideline. The pressure's not
Alrighty.
picked up by
Oh,
your
shit.
tailback, Justin. Get the ball out and make sure we stay 2nd and 10, not 2nd
Hold on.
and 15.
Let me just do one thing real fast.
Bears last season, most sacks allowed in the NFL.
You got the Bears winning? Yeah, I have the Bears winning as well this evening.
Straight run to Herbert.
No, they're going to run with it, and close to a first down. It'll bring up 3rd and 2 at about the 49 of the Seahawks. No, I think I have Seattle winning.
Watch the tailback. He's not going to pick up the pressure.
What's up, Jacob? Yeah, I don't see that many points. I don't think that's actually possible with who's playing, but we'll see, right?
Herbert, you see that
Why is this all broken?
That zone game, press the hole, cut back side, get yourself 3rd and 3.
Pretty loud for a preseason game.
All right, 3rd and 3 coming up.
Here's the pressure coming.
And they're going to, Fields has to run, and he's not able to run, and that's going to be a down ball.
They have the football. Let's see if his knee was down.
All right, I don't know. My playback isn't loading. I'm not just ignoring anybody.
Second possible turnover already in these.
Is the audio mix good? I have no idea. I have no way to check my stream back. It's not, oh, yeah, football on? Hell yeah. Colin believes we should start Kenny Pickett now just to give him a fresh start before the AFC North gets tougher. Yeah, fair enough. That's not a bad take.
Jordan Brooks, stop. Fourth down.
Not bad. I don't think that's a fumble, is it?
Justin going to the ground. You see the shin hit the ground.
No, he's down.
He's going for it on 4th down on the plus side of the 50-yard line.
All right, that's it.
Mooney in a slot. Seattle
Of course,
got an
it's
early
not
start.
live. Fuck this.
Darrell Taylor, who made
Oh, it looks like Seattle or Chicago tried to get him to jump off sides there, and I don't know if it worked.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 52. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Hell yeah, no one's watching.
But Taylor is
All right, I guess no one can answer a simple question. That's dope.
Seattle needs to get going. He needs to prove that he can be one of those guys who's a game changer on those crucial situations.
I gotta turn it down. It's probably too loud. That's why everyone's leaving, I'm guessing.
They're pinning a lot on those guys being able to
It's too loud, or I don't know. I don't know. I'm guessing that's why everyone's gone.
Fields play action. Got some pressure.
The audio is
He'll
bad.
get out of there and throw. And it's Herbert able to complete for 4.
I'll read the chats once I'm done messing with this. It's probably gonna take forever, because again.
Tevin Jenkins, a career right tackle, moving inside of the guard position.
Yeah, and here's the thing. This is the 3rd or 4th pass attempt for Justin Fields on this drive. Every single time he's had a
Love
run
when there's a
first
bunch
leg,
of people and no one can say a fucking word about the audio. It's really good.
You feel really good as a play
Thanks.
caller, Luke Getzey calling that play. So there's another example of the poor offensive line play affecting the quarterback.
Lucas Patrick's got a hand injury. The starting center will not go tonight. Fields throwing.
I gotta turn this down. Is that better, or no? No one's gonna still say anything. What's up, Sethik? How's it going? Is the audio good, or only one person has, I guess, decided that it's worth mentioning or saying anything about? So I'm just gonna go with the assumption that it's good. I'm done messing with it. That's a first down, and it's into the red zone almost, just shy. Oh, thanks, Phil. Finally.
You can flip those hips and get a more accurate throw.
7th offensive play.
No, thanks, guys. I appreciate the answer, actually. Trust me, it's literally one of the most annoying things I have to deal with is the audio. I don't feel like turning my mic down.
Mooney makes a man miss, and Blair takes a big shot down to the 15.
If I do that, then people are gonna start bitching the mic's too quiet. You don't understand, dude. I'll just do this. Push it away a little bit. That'll fix 99% of the issue. It's probably just a little too close. I ain't messing with audio settings. Fuck that. You know how annoying it is to adjust audio settings? Because then I have to change all of the audio. I gotta, if I turn my mic down, then I gotta turn the game down and make sure it sounds good and go through the whole thing again. I'll just back off the mic a little bit. Fields stays alive and incomplete to number 11 in the back of the end zone. That'll bring up 3rd and 4. Oh, there's a flag on the play, so this could be in the favor of the Bears. Yeah, I'll just back off the mic a little bit, that's all.
I think you're going to get an offensive lineman downfield. That'd be my guess.
Yeah, the Seahawks have no real answer to stop him right now. Cam Hayward had a sprain injury today. I hope it's nothing bad. Yeah, dude, the audio is a big thing. Declined. So I guess the penalty was on the Seahawks. Or on the Bears, and it was declined, so it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Bears. We'll see what they do. What's up, Daniel? Yeah, it should be a good game. It's been good so far. Chicago has had a nice drive. 3rd and 4 pass, and that'll go backwards. 3rd and about 7 coming up, or 4th and a 7 anyway. So that means it'll be Chicago coming out to kick a field goal. What's up, Sethig? Yeah, a lot of people have the Bears on this one. I think it's because Seattle isn't like the greatest team right now. I think it's more or less a perception that Seattle is going to have a much worse season than everyone's thinking. Or I think everyone just thinks Seattle's going to have a bad year. Oh, awesome. A unskippable 30-second ad on YouTube. Yeah, this is probably going to be good. Awesome. Hell yeah, man. Congratulations. That's a good number to be at. Ooh.
And the Bears score on their opening drive. And that most likely be the last we see of Justin Fields and Darnell Mooney.
All right, that'll be 9:34 remaining here in the first quarter. 9:34 remaining in the first quarter. Or are they just not going to commercial right away? What's up, Donnie? Oh, there we go. All right, I have to mute it now because it's a commercial break. Got to mute it for the commercial break part. Yeah, it'll be kickoff when the game comes back on, whenever that is. Let me check something here. Who do I have in this game? Let me check. Oh, I got Seattle winning 27-21. Yeah, thank you, Seth. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm sick of the Panthers right now too, Donnie. I have no use for this team. Yeah, for the Panthers. They're dumb motherfuckers. I'm beginning to not like them. Oh, dude, I don't think Mac's playing in that game. I don't know if they've announced yet, but I know the Panthers have said they're not playing starters or something like that, according to a Panthers fan I know. And that makes me think that the Patriots might not be either. I think Seattle could be borderline average. I feel like it's only minor holes that need corrected on offense, but this is more likely Carroll's. Yeah, I think so. I don't think Pete's going to be around much longer. Yeah, I don't know what the hell was up Kenny Robinson's ass this week for the Panthers. If I was coach, I think I'd be probably start Geno Smith over Drew Lock. Lock for me isn't good. No, Drew Lock's way better than Geno Smith. Lock put up way better numbers than Geno last week. Like when he wasn't getting pressured like a motherfucker, his numbers were really, really, really good. Now, Seattle's got a whole slew of wide receivers. Lockett, they have Dwayne Eskridge. They've got that DK Metcalf. No, they're loaded at the receiver position, actually. The one thing I would say Seattle has more of than anybody is actual receiver talent. And they have arguably two of the, they have Lockett, who's really good at possession receiving. And then you've got DK Metcalf and then Eskridge. No, I think they kept Lockett. Again, I don't think they wanted to ruin themselves. They could have really fucked themselves up, but I think they did it correctly. By whoever takes over the team actually has guys to throw the football to. All right, Bears kick it off, and we're underway. That's, yeah, they really need an offensive line. Yeah, they have receivers. They have a decent running game. They just literally need an offensive line. The Astros won 21-5 today. Jesus Christ.
Hey man, I might agree with you. I might agree with you. I'm just
Look at this Seattle Seahawks fan begging for Jimmy Garoppolo, a 49ers quarterback. How low have the 12 fallen that they're sitting here pining over Jimmy G as their quarterback? Ugh. Imagine a once proud team has to beg for their fucking bitter division rivals backup, and that's a false start. They'll back up 5 yards to the 20, and it'll be 1st and 15 for the Seahawks coming up quickly here. 9:34 remains in the first quarter of a 3-0 Bears lead. That was on number 67, Charles Cross, the rookie. I can't believe Geno is still on a roster just trying his best. Yeah, I mean, he's been doing good. He's a backup. He's a solid backup. No, it needs to be a competition. It's good that it's a competition. I think with a team like Seattle, you don't just name Geno Smith as the starter. You have the open competition. What the fuck? Now my screen won't update. That's cool. That's new.
Here tonight, out with a bit of a hernia injury.
And look, right away, this offensive line running that.
Yeah, Luke Knox. Dawson Knox's brother passed away from Florida International, I believe, is where he played. Very sad situation. That was a 9-yard gain, or sorry, 7-yard gain. It's 2nd and 8. I still thought it was a 6. Yeah, the Bears won't be difficult this year. Everyone else in the NFC North seems like they're going to be impossible to play, though. That'll make it about 3rd and 5, depending on the spot. I mean, Seattle could have had so many different quarterbacks other than what they have right now. Baker, Watson, Newton, Darnold. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go with Newton or Darnold. I'd keep with Locke and Smith over everybody but Baker and Watson. But even then, getting Watson doesn't really fix anything for them until like 11 games, 12 games in, and also the following. So I don't know. Watson really isn't probably the solution for a team that needs a new quarterback like right now. Baker, yeah, I don't know why they weren't more in on the Baker thing. Yeah, with the Packers, it depends on what they actually look like. Because if they're like struggling with the receiver situation, there's like a lull in the play because a Bears player got hurt. He kind of got hurt. I don't know why he just didn't trot it off the field there. Vikings maybe, yeah. Just really kind of depends. Future Patriot, Roquan Smith. Not really. They were anticipating a season long, so they got him back at 11 games. Oof. All right, 4th and 5 coming up. Lockett unable to bring that one in. Or actually, I don't think that was Lockett. I don't know who that was. Number 18.
See right away here, Charles Cross going up against Robert.
This looks like the backup offense.
You see, he tries to just take a quick inside move.
Right. Who are the Lions playing? The Lions we play the Lions on Thanksgiving, right? Or who are we playing on Thanksgiving?
That's what they're expecting him to do. Play after play after play.
One of them NFC North teams.
Let me ask you a question about Charles Cross.
Yeah, Cleveland, I don't know. We'll see what Cleveland does. Here comes the punt, though.
What does that actually mean when offensive tackle has heavy?
And they get it away. 8:20, I'll just say the clock when it stops. And that's going to bounce and bounce and bounce and go out of bounds at about the 21, maybe 22, depending on where they want to spot it. Yep, 21. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 21 for the Bears, 1st and 10 at the 21 for the Chicago Bears. 8:15 remains in the quarter. It's a commercial break. I got to mute it. Yeah, it'll be the Bears ball at their own 21. Yeah, we'll find out. I mean, I don't know. I think it's dumb to make predictions before the season gets going, before the actual season's about to start. What's wrong with Brissett? Yeah, I was going to say, losing in Miami means nothing. It's like, cool, we probably will. We don't really do good in Miami. Yeah, that's good. I thought Jimmy G was seen as a bad quarterback, and now everyone's acting like he's a good quarterback. Which one is it? Do you guys think he's a bad quarterback, or do you think he's a good quarterback? Because last year, everyone said he should have been replaced by Trey Lance. Now everyone's acting like he's the premier free agent quarterback that every team's missing out on. I'm very confused by the Jimmy G thing. Like, which one is it? Is he really good, or is he, like, should have been replaced by Trey Lance last year? I'm just confused because, like, last year I was having to defend Jimmy G. And now all of a sudden I'm like, when the fuck did Jimmy G become, like, everybody's favorite quarterback? It's really strange. No, I honestly think he got worse when he left New England. But, I mean, that's beside the point. He plays way worse since he's been in San Francisco. But I don't know. He almost won. I mean, if his defense didn't fall the fuck apart against the Chiefs, he would have won that Super Bowl. Oh, dude, what? Nobody liked Jimmy G. Are you kidding? Are you trying to pretend like everybody's always been pro Jimmy G? No. Nope. That's literally the opposite of what is true. I'm not even going to indulge in this conversation anymore because nobody's being honest. I've had arguments with all of you about Jimmy G. Like, I swear to God, I've had to defend Jimmy G against you people. The regulars, numerous times I've had to defend Jimmy Garoppolo against. All people do is slander Jimmy G, and all he's ever fucking done is put his team in championship games in the NFC or in the Super Bowl. Like, huh? Yeah, that's all anybody talked about. Now everyone's acting like Jimmy's like the premier target for all these teams without quarterbacks. It's like, is he? I personally think so, but I didn't know everyone else thought so.
Yeah, it sure is. And you know what? I think everyone in the Seattle locker room is
like, he would have beat the Chiefs in that Super Bowl if the fucking Chiefs, or if his defense wasn't complete garbage and choked out the fourth quarter. You know, he was up like 21-10 in the fourth quarter of that Super Bowl. Is that Jimmy's fault they lost? I don't know. Not really. He had that team winning the game. And then his defense just went, we forgot how to play football. Another choke job by Kyle Shanahan, if we remember. Think hard back to it. Remember, Kyle Shanahan choked that motherfucking game away. But anyway, that's beside the point. The fact he's been in a couple NFC title games, and I don't know. I feel like there's a weirdness. I mean, he's not like, you know, he's not, what's the word? He's not Mahomes or anybody, but he's not going to lose you the game.
And these guys had a lot to say around here about a lot of things that took place.
As long as everyone else does their job right and don't choke, he's going to win games. And one of the things a lot of people don't realize that he's very, very, very good at, probably at an elite level, is recognizing what the defense is about to do and switching out of plays. It's a very subtle, low-key thing that not many people would pay attention to. But if you watch Jimmy G pre-snap, he's making a billion changes at the line. I'm talking like it's near Brady and Peyton Manning-esque, but no one ever talks about it. This dude, whenever he switches into a run for the 49ers, they gain like 30 yards a run on those. Like if you go and watch Jimmy G like line work or something like that, I wish somebody would make a compilation of this. This dude just fucking puts everything in the line. All right, you're playing perfect pass. He's switching into a run up the middle. Oh, you're ready for a run up the middle? He's going into a pass. Like, he doesn't ever put the team in a bad spot play-wise. They had the Eagles versus the Bills. No, the Eagles probably won't make it that far.
Those guys have to play big in this scheme. That's something that Pete Carroll deems to be a necessity. Oh,
there's an injury on the field. Hold on a minute. All right, I think they're going to have to go to commercial. Oh, no, he sat up like the Undertaker. Iselinson? I don't know how to say his last name is crazy. Dieter Iselin. If the Eagles had a better quarterback, they might be a Super Bowl contender because they're very, very fast. Like, their offense is incredibly fast looking. Oh, fucking piece of shit isn't loading. Man, there's been a lot of just random play stops in this fucking game already. It's pretty brutal.
He wants to find three guys. He brought Lucas Patrick over from Green Bay. He wants to find 3 guys that are going to give that.
There hasn't been a play ran since like a run. It's been like 6 minutes without a play. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'd be calling the plays out, but there's just not been plays.
Corey Dublin is checked in now for Chicago.
I don't know. I think Dallas is good too. NFC East is anyone's division. I don't think anyone's secured to win that shit. And that'll be a first down play after the long time between first and second down. That'll be a first down just shy of midfield.
See, there's an example with Dan of what you're talking about. A nice secure pocket on the inside.
Yeah, they can win the East though. The East is a shitty ass division with nobody good in it. No offense to people who like the NFC East, but like that division is fucking garbage.
It's just more, as a quarterback, you're more comfortable going, okay, if the edge comes.
Dallas should pick up a. Antonio Brown doesn't need to be playing football anymore. He's got head problems. He's threatening to like have Alex Guerrero killed. It's pretty fucking wild at this point with AB. He doesn't need to play football anymore. He needs to like fucking find out if you can reverse brain damage. Perfect. Fuck that dude's head up. Plus, he gets hurt really, really quick, like a lot, like when he starts playing. I think he just got old. That's all. A little older, you know, and he's a speed kind of guy. Played very aggressive. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing to hope for. That'll be third down after the Bears weren't able to get anywhere. It's 3rd and 10. Back-to-back plays go nowhere for Chicago. That's cool. Tariq Woolen ran a 4.26 40 at the combine. My boy Tyquan Thornton's much faster than that. That's embarrassing that that's all he could run. This rookie for the Seahawks. Ugh. Yeah, Emmanuel Sanders I'm actually more surprised about. Uh-oh. Number 15, and that's going to be a holding, but it doesn't matter. It's 4th down. Mike McCarthy, yeah, I would say so. I'm going to be that guy and take Washington. They looked pretty good last year. They'll build on that. Yeah, it just depends on what Wentz looks like, I guess. I don't know. Nothing about Washington makes me go, oh, that's a good football team. Not a single thing. It's kind of like that with the Giants, though. Other than their running back, everything on the Giants sucks ass. Like they're just gonna be a bit. Like I'm like, well, maybe I don't fucking know. The Giants, the Commanders. I guess the Commanders have that really two good, really defensive linemen. I guess I stand corrected. Well, Michael Beasley's kind of a weirdo, and people probably don't want him in the locker room. And Sanders, his is probably just a camp thing. Like someone will probably sign Emmanuel once camp breaks and they see like who might need a receiver or you know. He'll be picked up. I don't really see anyone grabbing Beasley unless an injury happens. That's a commercial break coming up. It's Seattle's ball. 3-0 Bears lead with 4:27 remaining in the first. Seattle has the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 14. 1st and 10 at the Seattle 14 for Seattle. And, yeah, they got the ball, and we'll see how things play. Oh, Michael Beasley, Cole Beasley. Who gives a shit? He sucks. I appreciate the time we had with Sanders. Most Steelers fans don't even remember. Yeah, he was good. Yeah, I guess they did. I don't know what that really means for this year. They're objectively a worse team, but I don't know. Trust me, I'm as high on the NFC East as I am the AFC South. I think they're the same division with less good teams in the NFC East. That might be the worst one in the NFL, but like everyone's going to say it's the AFC South because of the Jaguars and the Texans. But I personally believe that the AFC South would destroy every team in the NFC East, and it wouldn't even be close. Jaguars could beat the Giants. That's about the closest game would be the Jags and the Giants. Eagles will get toasted by the Colts. The Cowboys will get beat up on by the Titans. And I'm pretty sure the Commanders will get mollywomped by the Texans. I don't know, though. That one would be close, too. Their two bottom teams are pretty bad in the AFC South. Those are the 3 worst teams in football, probably, though, in the Jags, Texans, and Jets. I think the Titans will be just about where they were last year. As long as if they're healthier, you got to remember something about the Titans. If they actually have all their starters, they're not a bad starting team. But, like, we seen what happened. They went through, like, 98 injuries or some shit last year. Or whatever happened. Remember how many injuries they had? They still were a first-round bye last year, weren't they? Despite, all their problems. Yeah, they didn't last year either, and they still were a first-round bye. I don't know what that means. So, yeah, normally I would agree with you, but, like, did that stop them last year? They didn't even have fucking the running back. This year, at least, they'll have Derrick Henry back for the whole season. Giants and Jags. There were a few teams that played. I think there was more than one game in London. I don't know. I don't really follow the Jags nor the Giants, so I couldn't tell you. I have no idea, and I don't care about London games, so I don't know. Maybe. All right, Seattle has it at their own 14. Let's see what they do with it. Geno Smith's still out there. I think he's going to play till the 3rd quarter. He's going to roll out to his right, and a couple of Bears. He's just going to have to get rid of the ball. That should probably be a late hit, but he was kind of making action. I don't do fantasy till the season starts. I think it's not a very good idea to draft your team this time of year or prior to this time of year. Because what if all your best players get hurt? Like, it's just like, well, I guess I'm fucked. Time to just not do this fantasy team. So I don't do that. I don't think it's a good idea to do it before the Wednesday before the start of the regular season. That way you're like, all right, at least everybody's going to be healthy. Texans low is being one of the most. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if the Texans are average, they had a really good season. 7 wins is solid for them. It's kind of like Detroit. Like, if they can win 6 or 7 games, that's a great season. If you can double your win total from the season before, that's usually a pretty good fucking turnaround. 3rd and about, I don't know, 6. I didn't see exactly where he went down on the field at.
It was God's plan to make his NFL debut here in his home, Washington. Had an undisclosed injury, forced him to miss that game. Real nice prospect, but rookie corners in this league.
3rd and 3, sorry, I was a little off. I didn't realize he went down. They went down at the 21. Geno Smith throws. Ball's batted down at the line. That'll bring up 4th and 3. Looks like Chicago's defense is pretty stingy here so far this afternoon, or this evening, rather. And 3:42, 4th and 3 now, and we'll see a punt. What happened? 74 get beat? Yep. Got suckered into throwing into a lane that wasn't there.
That's good coaching, right, Lou? I mean, the left hand is everything there. Right-handed quarterback.
Not the best throw by Geno Smith.
Ooh,
not the best punt or not the best snap to the punter. And that'll be caught at the 19. Going to be returned by number 12. Here he goes. He's out to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 30, 40. Got pushed out of bounds at about the 30-yard line of the Seahawks. What a great return by number 12 of the Bears. It's like, oh shit, he's going. Uh-oh. Is this Devin Hester? What a great return. No flags either. That was a good return. It's always fun to see. You got like good returns. Oh, that's cool. Down to 9 people. Oh, this is making shit up.
48-yard return after an impressive 60-yard punt by Michael Dixon. He might outkick this.
Wonder if they're about to go to
as a young player on coverage teams on
commercial here in a sec.
You have to get down and you have to make a name for yourself, just like Bayless Jones.
No, I guess sometimes ESPN's pretty good about this. ESPN's probably the best about commercials, ironically. They're at the 43. And that'll be about a yard or 2 gain. 2nd down and 9 coming up.
He was fun to talk to yesterday as well.
Should not come to anybody's surprise that I was never on a cover team in the preseason. Yeah, Bayless was really.
Well, it was a good chat. Everybody's gone now. I don't know what happened.
The most was him kind of telling us, I played 6 years in college football because of COVID. I took the COVID year, and if I didn't get that 6th year, I might not be here. And he seemed like a young man that was
No one's here anymore. Where's everybody going? Just leaving?
Only a 6th-year college guy, but now into the
Here.
NFL.
I understand. This stream sucks.
Here's Evans.
Only 13 likes and everybody's been ditching out. I'm going to have to change something on this. Not enough likes for there to be this few people in here, so I'm getting rid of the link to find your own ways to watch. All the way down to 5 people left. Jeez. That's ridiculous.
Being able to identify the hole, get the pads down, get onto the second level. But this is the kind of thing that Luke Getsy wants to see, because off of this, the play-action passing game just becomes all the more effective.
First down and 10. Fringe of the red zone. Right back to Evans. Lowers the shoulder to the 15.
We got the opportunity to see Bayless Jones, obviously, in that punt return. And the Bears are in a situation where we know they have Darnell Mooney.
I guess my screen won't update.
Kind of budding star at the wide receiver position. And then there's the equanimous St. Brown.
Can't see chats right now. Sorry, I'm doing it. You know, no one's really here anymore. So only 7 people.
They need somebody in this Luke Getsy offense.
Oh, what's up, Donnie? Yeah, I know you're still here, man. Talking about like other people who just kind of left. It's kind of, you know, kind of lame, but it is what it is.
Evans, top of your screen on 2nd and 4. Simeon's looking to his right.
That'll be inside the red zone to about it's inside the 10 even too. So 1st and goal, ball at about the 9. Yeah, you know, it's just we're live talking about football. You think people would show up and chill out? I don't know.
You have Darrell Taylor still out on the football field, and the Bears continue to just move.
What's up, Dragons? A minute basically remaining. It's at like 103, 102, 101, 1, 59, 58. So, you know, we're under a minute now here in the first quarter. It's 1st and goal. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Let's see what the Bears try to run here. Yeah, tomorrow will be a nice fun day. Uh-oh. Is he going to get in? Oh, and he gets stopped at the 2. Sheesh. Bears unable to punch it in. They get all the way down to the 2-yard line with about 35 seconds remaining here in the quarter. I wonder if they're going to get a playoff or if they're just going to let this trickle away into the second quarter. I heard about that, Dragons. I've heard about that loss. It's not very good. That's getting your teeth kicked in. That's for sure in baseball. By the way, thank you to everyone who's left a like anyway. It's where you have 13 of them. If you haven't left a like, consider doing so. It helps the stream out quite a bit, especially since it's already been given a demonetized for whatever reason badge. So it'd be nice if you guys could leave likes if you haven't, and you know, help get the stream out. Anyway, that's the end of the first quarter. Probably only doing a half tonight. No one's fucking here. Everyone just keeps leaving. Yeah, I figured no one else wants to leave a blank or anything. That's much to ask. Yeah, that's baseball talk. That's cool. All right. Yeah, good luck to you guys in your baseball. I'm not really interested in talking about baseball, though. Sorry, dude. It's a football stream. I was very strict about this with football people, so I'm going to be the same with baseball. I'm not providing any analysis to that. Bourne? Like Kendrick Bourne may be cut? Who's saying that? In all honesty, who's actually said that? Like, name the person. I want to make fun of them. Do you know how much we're paying Kendrick Bourne? Why would we get rid of him? On what planet would Mac Jones' #1 target be just removed from the team? No. You can't just that's fake. That's like fake news. Like I don't know what to tell you, dude. You must have read like Ballsack Sports and took it as like real news or something, because that's kind of retarded. Yeah, no, that's a retarded statement. I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to be rude, but that's you got to think about that statement a little bit. Mac Jones is #1 target outside of the tight end, and they're just gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna get rid of him for no particular reason. He's had a great camp and a great he's been Mac Jones' most consistent supporter on the team, but they're just going to get rid of him for no reason. They'd rather keep Nelson Aguilar. So they're going to keep Nelson Aguilar, though, over Kendrick Bourne for what reason? Sorry, dude, but that's a retarded statement. He's going to be one of the starting receivers this year, over a guy like Jacoby Myers, by the way. They'll put Bourne in the slot before they put fucking, dude, I don't even almost know how to respond to the asinine statement that is. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Even the not starting. Oh, that's a touchdown for the Bears. What media people? Like, who has said that? I've never once seen that, and I literally follow that shit. Is it like Boston Sports Radio or something? Like, Sports Talk Radio is saying that? Because if so, you should never listen to sports talk radio people. They're all fucking they're worse than me in terms of takes. They're all garbage. They're the same people that are saying that Bill Belichick should be fired. So I guarantee that. They're also the same idiots that are like, Bill Belichick should be fired and we should go get a new young head coach. Durr. Is it those kind of people? Because I've never seen that before in my entire time of covering the Patriots and how often I look at Patriots material. I've never heard that before. Like, I've never heard that from anybody, that Bourne wouldn't be a starting receiver this year. He didn't play game one because he's a starter. If anybody's going to be removed from the team, it's Nelson Aguilar. If it's not, like a receiver-wise, it's going to be Nelson Aguilar. He's probably the worst option. But yeah, Kendrick Bourne just has way too much chemistry with Mac to not be a starter. They'll throw him in the slot before they throw Myers in the slot.
I'm not sure how much you game plan for these second preseason games.
My guess for outside receivers, though, I'm guessing it's going to be Thornton, potentially Bourne or Aguilar, or potentially Thornton or Aguilar or Bourne Thornton, and then or Myers. Like, it's, you know what I mean. Everybody seems to have, there's decent depth in the receiving chart. You know.
Kick that into the end zone. Early stages, second quarter.
Oh, Bears win against KC. Oh, you were. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the White Sox and the Royals. I was like, no, I'd rather, I don't know, Thornton. I don't know, maybe. If they get rid of Nelson Aguilar, yeah, we won't have that problem. We could start Bourne and Aguilar on the outsides. Or Bourne and Thornton on the outsides. But I don't know if Bourne or Thornton will be ready week one to start. We'll see, though. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys will beat the Royals. I don't know what you're worried about that shit for. Oh, shit, look at that run by Seattle's running back. Oh, shit, there he goes. There goes number 25. He's out to about the 40-yard line. Whew. Got all the way into Bears territory on that run. Sheesh. Good run there by number 25. Yeah, that's a big bummer about Malcolm. I guess Jonathan Jones is really just going to have to step up and be that guy this year with Jalen Mills on the outside and Marcus Jones as well.
And then he has some grass to work with, and Travis Homer, one of the fastest players on this roster.
That just clears the way for Marcus Jones to start, guaranteed. I'm not too worried about that. Travis Homer was the guy with the big run. What's up, Captain? They're going to run it, and that's a no gain on the play. Oh, they got about a yard, actually, so they get to a 40. Another injury. Oh, this one looks bad. Uh-oh.
Simultaneously. Right next to each other.
That looks like an ACL.
We'll be right back.
Oh, and down goes Charles Cross, too. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Charles Cross and C. Johnson for the Bears were injured on the play. Yeesh. That's unfortunate. Hopefully they're not too bad. The same media that said Kendrick Bourne wasn't going to be a starter is the same media that says Malcolm Butler is just injured to get paid by the New England Patriots. Expose Bill for what? We signed Malcolm because he knows the defense, and we needed a quick corner to be ready, in case Marcus or the other Jones kid we drafted aren't quite ready to go when the season begins. There's no big secret. Like, we didn't start. You know why Malcolm Butler didn't start in the Super Bowl? Because his dumbass was late to curfew. Do you know that the Patriots have like fucking 4 rules in their entire franchise? You know what rule number 1 is in the fucking Patriots organization? Don't be late. That's it. That's the most important rule in New England. Do not be late to anything. For example, a guy fucking crashed his car to not be yelled at by Bill Belichick. You know, he got into a minor accident just to avoid the wrath of Bill Belichick and being late. You gotta understand that when the place has 4 fucking rules and you break one of them before the fucking Super Bowl, do you really think Bill Belichick, like, you're not playing? You're gonna get fucked. The other 3 rules: do your job, be on time, do your job. I think it's like show respect or something like that. And then the 4th one is don't talk about others to the media. Speak for yourself. It's 4 very simple rules. One of them, I think it's like very silly. It's like show respect or it's like be on time, do your job, show respect. And then the 4th one is obviously just don't talk for other people in front of the media. Hey, Robert, I don't really give a fuck. Then don't watch. Why are you coming in here to say? Are you just in here to just spread bad vibes and shit, dude? Or like what? Just. You know how annoying that is, dude? Then don't fucking watch the stream, dude. I don't give a fuck about if I'm behind. I'm where I am. If you don't like it, don't watch. I don't give a fuck. Suck a dick. I hope I get further behind the broadcast just so it makes you angrier, Bobby. Fucking bitch. God, I hate when people say shit like that. It's like, yeah, I'm watching a fucking stream, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Pay for cable if you want it fucking sped up. I give so little of a fuck about that problem. Holy fuck, dude. That annoys me so much when people do shit like that. I was just messing around. No, you weren't. You were trying to be a little fucking... Oh, God, dude. People like you are annoying. And then he's not going to say anything else because he's a little fucking pussy. God, fuck that guy. Go bitch somewhere else, dude. I don't give a shit about your fucking problems. Fucking bitch. Go bitch somewhere else, dude. I'm so tired of people bitching. It's just like, dude, you know this is a free stream. Don't fucking watch it then. You didn't pay for it. I don't care about your complaints. File them under the category of fuck off, and I don't care. And suck a big old dick. That's where you file your complaints. That's where you put them in the same category as your memories of being molested by your parents. I don't care. Like, don't fucking complain to me. And I go off on people who complain to me. It's like, I don't fucking care. Have you ever paid me money for the quality of this stream? It's like if you were a member and you were complaining about something, I'd be like, hey man, okay. Or if you've ever dude bitching about a free broadcast, like, suck a dick, dude. Jesus Christ. Is it finally back on? There we go. And by the way, I'm a play behind. I don't know what the fuck he's even talking about. It's 2nd down and 8 right now on my broadcast with 13:56. If you're watching on live TV, you're probably a play, maybe 2 plays ahead of me. I can move my screen and I can see the play. Like, it's 4th and 3 right now. I already know what it is. So I'm a play and a half behind. Wow, that's really behind, huh? Enough to be annoying and being a fucking retard about it. If I was still in the first quarter, that'd be something you could say. But I'm in the I'm literally a play and a half behind like actual broadcast. So fuck off. 4th and 3 coming up. What's up? What's up, Packers Nation? God, I hate that, dude. That is probably one of my biggest pet peeves is people bitching about shit like that. It's like, then don't watch. You just don't even say anything. Just get the fuck out. No, what's worse is he's a full-grown man, Donnie. That's what's worse about the whole thing. He's like a 50-year-old dude, I think. And he's bitching like a child. That'll be a 1st down for the Seahawks, but there's a flag on the play.
Gain of 13, and a penalty marker is down.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Offense.
Oh, that's going to be on the offense. It looks like hands to the face. Replay 4th down. Tough break. Yeah, I don't think people understand that there's between a 5 to 10 second delay on most of these streaming sites. And then between me and you, there's probably about a 2 to 3 second delay. So, like, there's 13 seconds of possible delay here between me, before you hear it and before I, like, streaming, there's just weird delays all over the place that people just don't take into account.
Getting some momentum for your offense. Now you're off the field.
Yeah.
Hey, I think they gave us the wrong number. Don't want to put Gilmore on blast. That was Gabe.
4th and 12.
Got his hands up. 4th down and 12. Here's Dixon.
Yeah, we just removed spoilers. Just time them out, and if they come back trying to... Oh, idiot. You got to have better field awareness, dude. Ah, that's so bad. Ah, number 24. What are you doing, buddy? You got to know. What a great try by that guy, though. Like, that is really good of him to down it right there. He just, like, realized it at the last second too late where his feet were. Oh, man. That's super unfortunate. Oh, no, they're not going to commercial break? Are they? No? Okay. You want to say, oh, shit. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, that's really good. Congratulations, man.
I'm glad you did it instead. It's
first game I get to do it Monday Night Football.
That's a good win.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Josh, we got that highlight of Orlovsky. Let's roll that in here.
Tough break.
I
Commercial.
would say.
No, we're staying.
I already get so mad right there. I just really hate when people do that. It's like, dude, I don't... Maybe you're really far behind on your own broadcast. You know what would be really awkward? Is if that guy was actually just, like, somehow behind, like, really far on his stream. You know how... Because he, like, didn't reply to me at all. He's just going to be, like, what... What happened with what?
We all know the great Seahawks defenses.
Why are you just, like, spamming that? Anyway, 2nd down and 10. Oh, the defender went to down the punt at the 1 yard line. Seattle's did, but he like jumped in the air and got the ball at like the inch mark, but the backs of his heels landed on the goal line, so it was a touchback. It's like, oh man, literally, it was such a well played punt, but the guy like his feet hit the goal line as he came down, so it's a touchback. Like, oh man, he would have had that at like the inch mark.
Look, it's all fun and games when you can rush the passer. Everybody loves to do that, but all the great passes.
Literally, it's one of them things where you're like, man, that's a tough break. Oh, you're good. You're good, Donnie. You're good. I just it might not even have sent twice. It might have just been I don't know. You know what would be awkward though is if that Robert guy was actually just really far behind. You hit 1 out of 10. Hey, there you go. But if you only spend $5, that means every $50 you spend, you're every $50 you spend, you're making 600. So that's a pretty good rate. Ball start. Bears are going to back it up 5 yards. 11:37 remains here in the second quarter. Bears lead at 10-zip. Seattle's just not able to get anything going against this Bears defense right now.
In the preseason game, Got 11 minutes left, second quarter. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Sean Coleman, I mistakenly called him Charles Leno earlier because that's who
Like, I
used to
feel like
play.
Robert might have loaded in the stream and it was really far behind, and he's like, "Why is it so far behind?"
3rd and 6. Simeon looking right, throwing for the
So
first
if that's
down.
the case, I'm sorry, Robert. I didn't mean to swear and freak out on you. But
First down, pickup of 7
you might want to fast forward your game. You're a bit behind. Just skip the middle part. Just skip over the last 20 minutes, if possible.
What he's going to do. Coverage is going to roll. You're going to get the little out route. This
I want
is
to see
great. Right
something.
now, he's got that vision on this
Robert,
defender to
if
not
you
run out
are
into a
still
beautiful job
here,
settling in space. Ball comes out,
think
turn,
your
get the
stream
first down.
was
Really well done by
behind
Webster.
delay or something.
Play action. Simeon throwing on the run. And again, it was Nwosu on the pressure, forcing Simeon to throw it away.
Yeah, look, these edge rushers are starting to show up a little bit, and the tackles for the Chicago Bears, namely guys like Sean Coleman, are starting to struggle a little bit. Yeah, they're trying to move the pocket, trying to change the launch points for the quarterback, but you see, Chenna does a great
I had to
job
send
of
that out anyway.
avoiding
What was this?
tackle avoids the back, and this makes it more difficult. Just disrupt the quarterback. Just don't let him have a clean throwing lane.
So it's 2nd down and 10 now.
Good job.
Nwosu got a new 2-year, $19 million deal. Having a nice night.
Man, the run goes nowhere. 3rd down and about 8.
The rookie out of Baylor, 6th-round draft pick. Last week, had a 34-yard kick return, 27-yard rush, and a 12-yard touchdown receiving. Kind of an all-around performer that the Bears are looking for. Again, no David Montgomery for Chicago.
Right.
They're looking for some playmakers.
They need it back after both Herbert and David Montgomery. And Ebner popped Darrington Evans, a draft pick from a couple years ago. One of those guys is going to have to be a reliable pass protector and utilized weapon.
Oh, bad snap. You're going to have to just get rid of it.
That was a problem from
No way. 82 actually caught. Wow, they actually got that playoff. That's amazing.
Isaiah Coulter came up with that.
I don't even know how they got that to happen. But, hey, 82 made a good catch. Pretty heads-up play by everybody involved.
High snap. Simeon juggled it.
Yeah, that stayed off the ground even. Holy shit.
Absolutely.
Forearm.
That's a catch.
Really good catch there. Really good concentration.
Needs to get that ball out of there, though.
I think Simeon thought he was throwing it away.
What the fuck? He caught it, I thought.
He was under duress immediately. I think it was Boye Mafe or maybe Darrell Taylor.
Are they saying he was down?
Surprised
Or did it, like, skid the
practice
ground and I
with
just
the
missed it or
coaching staff
something?
to
I
go
thought he
through the
caught that
challenge
shit.
sequence for the regular season.
Not going to shut this down. Let's see.
Oh, well.
And
I guess not.
just in the nick of time, flag comes in.
Delay
Let's
a
see.
game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
You know, are you taking a delay a game on purpose there to give your
More time for the
unit up
officials.
top to look at
Yeah.
it?
Like, that's a clear catch, right? Like, I'm not crazy. I'm pretty sure he fucking caught that football.
I think he had control of it before the ball.
Am I
started
missing
rolling
something
around. He
that would
shot
make
it up
this
against
not a
his left
catch?
forearm.
I think you should challenge that if you're the
I
Chicago
don't
Bears.
think so.
Trenton
Oh, I
Gilmore
guess
got
I
it
guess you
away.
can't challenge in the
Gil's on turf
preseason.
right now. Freddie Swain makes the first
Anybody
move.
got an explanation on why that wasn't challenged or called
Not the
complete?
second, third,
Despite
and
it not
fourth.
hitting the
Charles
ground in
Stone
any
on a special
capacity
team
whatsoever.
stop, 42-yard punt, 5 on the return.
You just like to
How
see
is that
Marcus
just not a
Smith
rule the
again.
completed
Deals
pass?
with
I
the
don't get
rush,
it.
Deals with the bad snap, fading off his back foot. Nice job, Trevor.
What?
Should have challenged it.
It's the best time of the year.
Why the fuck didn't they challenge that? Like, that was a catch, right? Like, what am I missing that wasn't challenged? Somebody please explain that. All right. But I don't really, I mean, it comes off as one, man. I really, I don't think I was that far behind, man. All's good though. Sorry to get angry at you. I really hate when people say that. It's like, there's nothing I can do about that, dude. Well, I mean, there's a reason you shouldn't. I mean, there's a reason Geno Smith isn't a starter in the league, and it's nothing personal. But it's like, do you see him struggling against these backups? You know the Bears aren't playing their starters anymore, correct? What the fuck is this? Why isn't this loading now? Like, there's a reason Geno's not a starter in the NFL. You know, when you're struggling against backups in the preseason and shit, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. If you were an actual starter, Geno would be out here slashing the fuck out of this backup Bears unit. Unless this is the starting Bears unit, then it's like, well, this is just not a very good unit. I mean, they've been pretty domineering in this game so far against the Seattle offense.
All right, thanks, Steve. We got Justin Fields here. You're watching the game, and I understand that, but I do want to ask you about what you did in your time out there, because the big emphasis from the coaching staff was.
Oh man, I wish this thing would just fucking update already, dude. Start working.
Out there, you know, I'm glad we got points on the board. So of course we wanted to get a touchdown, but you know we're just gonna keep working and keep getting better.
Fucking keep changing.
One of the things that the coaching staff told us is you are a great play caller, and you're able to just hear the play call and regurgitate it right away. How did you get that good at doing that?
I mean, it's just, you know, practicing, you know, having note cards, of course, when we first started to install the offense, and then, you know, as I got more comfortable with the
Geno Smith on a good throw. Hey, there we go. He's finally got a big play down the sideline. That'll be deep into Chicago territory to about the, where'd they put that? Like the 20-something? 30-something?
So we're going to let you go, but enjoy the rest of the game, Justin.
Yeah, how we doing?
First and 10 to Chicago 27. Sheesh. Good play there by the Bears, or by Seattle. Empty backfield for Geno Smith, and he looks, and he's got another play. Goes for the same option, and he gets it all. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, they'd have had it down at like the 2 or 3. They went for the exact same play right there, but it fell just a bit short, unfortunately.
Geno Smith is one of those guys who really does throw a nice deep ball. We saw that in practice.
They obviously felt like they had something beat down that sideline, and they clearly did, but it just fell a bit short. What's up, Tamioka? I can't say the first one, so I'm just going to say Tamioka. That's a lot easier for me to say. Was it Gio?
Nice clean pocket for Smith.
Oh, well, it's all right. Hopefully your chemistry study goes well, man. Hopefully whatever you're studying for, you get really quickly and take the test.
Chicago. Young's a guy you can root for. A Division II product.
Offense number 67. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
He's at a Lenore.
Yeah, this game, you know, at least it's just a preseason game that you have to miss. I guess it wasn't Cross that got injured. He wears a different number. It was somebody else that got hurt.
Not all that different than the Chicago situation. We know 1-2.
I thought Cross was wearing 69, but I guess he wears a different number than that. That's my fault.
Probably going to be their number 3 receiver, Dwayne Eskridge. Can he get healthy? Some of these young guys have the opportunity to be impactful players at wide receiver spot.
Oh, that was almost picked. Yeah, I was going to say, I know, yep, they got Kenneth Walker III in Seattle. If you're a Michigan State fan, you probably recognize the name. Or a Michigan fan, you probably recognize the name.
As you can see, he is dressed and ready to go. And, of course, in Philadelphia, they're reminded that Arcega-Whiteside was drafted by the Eagles.
Here you go. If you need a way to watch the game, man, here you are.
His now current teammate.
Hey, congrats, man. That's always a good thing. Congrats on getting the number. There you go. Life's all about, yeah, good chances to take in life like that. 3rd and 20, they just kind of go with the screen to set up a field goal. That should be plenty close enough for a kicker worth there. So if anyone needs a way to watch, there's barely anyone here, but there you go. Just leave a like if you happen to use the link on your way out. It'd be nice, but
Eberflus demands, meaning a lot of hats to the football, punching at the football, trying to create turnovers. They've had this ball out on the ground a few times tonight.
I appreciate it, man.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the offense. 4th down.
Oh, is it finally changing on its own? That'd be so nice if it was actually changing, so I wouldn't have to fuck with it anymore.
That's got to be a frustrating series right there for the Seattle Seahawks and Pete Carroll. They had some momentum, hit some big plays down the sideline, then have a drop, have a holding penalty by Cross.
There's Jason Myers.
And the kick. It is no good. Seattle stays down 10-0. They miss a pretty chip-shotty 40-yard field goal, and it is now 10-0 still with the 7:27 remaining here in the second quarter. 7:27 remains in the first half. It is 10-0 in favor of the Bears. Missed field goal. Always comes back to burn. So, commercial break. Yeah, like usual. I bet Pete Carroll could get a crazy gum. Yeah, I'm surprised he isn't like the spokes guy for like a bunch of gum companies and shit. And there isn't like a Pete Carroll branded like sugar-free gum or some shit. You think it's nicotine gum he's chewing? Like, what do you think the odds of it being nicotine gum? Just fucking packets on packets of Nicorette laying around the office. Everyone's like, I'd go into Pete's office, but it's impossible to open the door with all the fucking Nicorette boxes he's just got lying around in that gross room. It just would make it way funnier because he chews the shit out of it. Man, they're doing that dude's so dirty. Who's the little guy in basketball? No, not Trey Lance, but plays for the Hawks. Got the bad hairline and shit. I just seen the worst commercial with that little fella in it. And there was something way up high on a shelf and he couldn't get it even on his tiptoes. Like, god damn, that's a tough life. That's a tough commercial to have to be in. The hell's that guy's name? Trey Young, that's who it was. Yeah, he's a real Trey Young. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, Trey Young. Yep, it was a commercial where his little ass couldn't reach the top shelf for some pickles. And some lady came along and helped him get him down, and she tried to reach the mustard, which was somehow on a higher shelf than that, and another NBA player who's even taller showed up and grabbed the mustard for her. And I don't remember who it's like a tall Serbian-looking fellow. I know who it is, but I can't remember who it is. You know what I mean? Like,
and that is something for this group. They allowed 5 sacks against Kansas City.
Remember the guy who tweeted out like, "I will destroy racism," and he played in the NBA? Do you remember that guy? Like Boban, I think his name is. He's got like a huge ass nose, a very like defined jaw, very nice little like very nice little like coiffed over like hairstyle. But he's got an impressive nose. Boban, yeah, that's who it was. Yep, there we go. That's who I thought it was at first. I was like, there's no way his actual name is Boban though. Man, he was in the commercial too. Very, I enjoyed the commercial, if you couldn't tell. Then they're going to throw it to number 12 after his nice little punt return earlier in the game. Third and about 4, 3rd and 3, depending on the spot. 7:10 remaining in the second quarter. The clock is ticking, it's moving, it's 7:06, 7:05, 7:04.
Slipped inside and got 6 or 7 yards right there. You know, that's a nice sign for a guy who's just playing in his first.
And that guy just smelled the shit out of his fingers. I don't know what the fuck holes he was shoving those into, but that's mildly disturbing.
So you know there's no fear now. He will slam it up in there in high contact situations without any hesitation.
He gave them bad boys a fat whiff. They're going to run it again, and they get stopped for the first down. It'll be 4th down and short, probably 1.
4th down, Shelby Harris.
Yeah, Seattle's just doing nothing. They're looking pretty miserable right now.
Made the stop. 4th down and 1.
I mean, candidly, I'd like to see him go for it. Yeah, I think you're calling draw there. Can we pop 5 or 6 yards to get to 4th and 1? Let's build a little bit of a identity physically up front.
Yeah, he thought about it. He was over there looking at it.
He heard you, Dan, and then he put the punter on the field there. That's Trenton Gill. 2 punts inside the 10 last week. He's replacing the longtime Bears reliable punter, Pat O'Donnell, who was the Bears punter for 8 years. Gill gets it away.
And that'll be caught at the, what, 16, 17? And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 17 or 16-yard line for the Seahawks. And they're going to commercial break, it looks like, so I have to mute it. Scroll up, Kev. There should be a link in the chat if you need a way to watch the game. Oh, they're not going to a commercial break. All right, never mind.
Football, and that is John Clayton's spot at the press box here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Nice touch.
5:53 remains here in the first. Ball is at the 17-yard line. Seattle begins the drive right now. Send a man in motion, and they're going to hand it off. Number 31 rumbles and stumbles for about a maybe 7 or 8 yard gain, depending on where they spot it. Always the toughest part is like, well, where are they spotting it?
It's the Slater commercial. The commercial, right?
Yeah, legendary commercial.
Hey, Mom.
I do want to check.
Yeah, he is.
Just checking something.
So he has a sense of humor about himself, too.
Great man. Great man.
Terrific guy. So much fun to be around and work with the professor, the Pro Football Hall of Famer, John Clayton.
I don't like that at all, actually. That's way too loud.
You see him
with his people.
I'm glad no one told me that it was too loud.
That commercial is something. I'll tell you what, maybe they should bring it back and run it a little bit, because it is funny. All those good old Sports Center commercials are great.
Flags coming, but imagine all the great stories he broke, right? All the hard work, and yet he's mostly known for that 30-second "This is Sports Center" commercial. That's the world we live in.
Full start. Offense number 67. 5-yard penalty.
All right, I guess my mic became disconnected at some point.
Right? Charles Cross, a couple penalties, you know, just
that's cool.
Trying to get him more settled, especially with the tempo of this offense. That's the second time that they've tried to go with a quick snap count. And he's just got to learn to sit in there and kind of lock into Geno Smith's voice.
All right, there we go. Hopefully that's better. Glad no one said anything about the audio issues that were going on. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. The people that were here earlier just straight up lied. It was really weird that they did that.
Really good job with this mesh concept. Watch this defender and this defender get lost together. You're going to get their free release by the tailback. They're both going to collapse down. Look at that. Both these guys are in the wrong spot. You get an easy throw from Geno Smith to your tailback, DJ Dallas, in man coverage. Ball out in front gets you an extra 15, 20 yards.
First down and 10. Smith wants to throw again and able to complete. Hook up with Freddie Swain. Swain's been struggling with a back issue. Picks up 6 yards on the play. No D. Eskridge as well in the game tonight. He's been nicked up.
Shouldn't be that loud. It's too loud.
Last year's draft. They want to get him on the field. He's doing everything he can. Hope to have him ready for the opening game.
I think it's important here for Seattle to go ahead and punch this ball in as we're heading towards the half. They've got some momentum going. No penalties, no drop passes.
Oh, that's annoying.
Play fake. Geno just stumbles down, and he's able to come up with the football there.
Whatever.
That kind of night. It's been that kind of night. You're going to see Geno.
Glad nobody fucking said anything. Is still not saying anything.
Fake. Think you're going to see his foot. Yep, clip Travis Homer's foot right there.
It's the story of the night, though, Lou.
Exactly. I mean, that's got.
Oh well, at least I'm getting bad advice when I'm getting the advice from people. That's always a good thing, right?
Geno Smith, who is competing for their starting job and has had some nice moments, you're sitting there.
Always appreciate it.
That's the type of play we can't, as an offense, have.
Third down and 13. Push back to the Seattle side.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the audio, but that's cool, man. You can tell me random stupid shit like that, but you can't tell me if the audio's good. I don't understand how that works. I don't know how that's the answer to is the audio good. But okay. 4th and 13 coming up for the Seahawks. 3:01 left in the first half. I don't think I'm going to do the second half of this game. That was fucked up by you guys for not saying anything about the audio being off. That's pretty bad.
Kevin Cassis.
But hey, you know, it is appreciated. I'm glad you guys decide just not to say anything.
That's a 43-yard punt.
Almost completely ruins the stream, but hey, you know.
Geno Smith has done some good things here tonight.
First hour and 8 minutes of this stream are completely unlistenable to, probably. No wonder no one stick around.
Play with timing and rhythm, clean pocket. You see, he can throw a nice ball, put it where only the
Whoever said it was good earlier is a fucking retard.
DJ Dallas for a big play down the sideline. But it's just those crucial errors, whether it be by Charles Cross.
By the way, like, who was that? Nathan, Phil, and Donnie? What the fuck was that earlier telling me that that sounded good?
Yeah, and there's part of it too. You want
I'm glad you guys actually said something, but Jesus Christ, you guys just try to ruin this channel or something? What the fuck did I do to you guys?
but there's a little bit of you want a little
Oh wait, you guys don't watch my channel halfway through the streams. Why are you guys mods?
First down and 10. Ebner. Mafe the stop.
Maybe.
5 on the play. So there's the good of Geno, and there's a not so good.
right. You got to drive going. You're moving out. The
I am watching live.
By Chicago forces the throwaway. That's not on you. Then the batted ball. Can you find a throwing window navigating it? Get the ball out. There's a little bit behind Penny Hart, and then it's the drop. Lewis touched on third down drop. You click the foot. So this isn't all on Geno Smith. Play better. But with such an opportunity for him, you wanted to see him.
I have the game on right in front of me.
Absolutely flawless.
Yeah, I have it right on in front of me on the computer. Yeah, I'm literally watching it on the computer right now.
But he hasn't played a
Yep.
lot of football. Just 4 starts in the last 5
That's how I'm watching.
years, and some of that's being the, the Maytag repairman.
2:30 remaining in the first half. 2:30 in the second quarter. They're gonna run the ball here at Chicago. It's second down at about 8, maybe 9.
Face mask gave him the first down. That's Ebner.
What?
And Ebner limps off the field now.
I don't. Why would I know anything about the Boston Celtics schedule? Very confused about what? The fuck? What kind of dumb fucking? Why would I know anything about the Boston Celtics? What's up, Tom? I don't. First and foremost, I don't watch basketball. Second most, I don't fuck with the Celtics in the slightest bit. I was gonna say I know nothing about the NBA, nor do I give a shit about it. So I have no idea why you're talking about the NBA. What does the NBA have to do with the NFL? I'm very confused about that. I don't get is there a connection? Like maybe I'm missing something. Does the Boston Celtics play an NFL team this year or something? Or is it crossover? You said the Bucks, so I'm guessing the Buccaneers play the Celtics. Why is that happening? Are they is it like a flag football game? What's the context to it being related to the NFL? Because this doesn't say like NBA at the top of the stream at all. So I'm confused as to why I'm being talked to about basketball. I'm just confused on what his statement has to do with basketball. Or football, rather. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, I just am confused. Maybe I'm missing something. I just don't care about basketball, so I'm very confused as to why the fuck I'm being talked to about the Celtics. Okay. No one disagrees with you here. Yeah, they're one of the worst teams in the NFL. So are the Seahawks. Like, these are two teams that might finish in damn near the 5 worst teams in the league. Just as a heads up, I don't know if you're like a Seattle fan, man, but your team isn't any better. Anyway, the game's coming back on here, I think. It was a 2-minute warning if you weren't aware. I'm guessing everybody kind of assumed that. Oh, great. That thing's not working again. That thing's fucking lovely.
Led a scoring drive for a field goal, and they got him out of the game quickly. It's been Trevor Siemian in there.
All right. See you later.
Second down and 7 from the Chicago 32. Siemian, some pressure up the middle, trying to set up the screen to Evans. He'll turn the corner.
That'll be first down for the Bears, it looks like.
DK Metcalf.
And he gets out of bounds.
DK just told me he was mad and might not give us the best interview. Why is that?
Well, Pete told me I had 3 plays and took me out after 3
Not trying to be mean, Kev, but it's like I kind of like to stay on subject. Oh, I don't. All right. You said you were. I didn't really know what you meant by JK. I have something better. I thought that means you were leaving. All right, you can stay. I don't really care. I guess he didn't get a first down. They're gonna mark him short.
Just played a game, and I just want to block somebody or catch a football or something because I ain't done it in so long.
How's Geno looking tonight at quarterback?
He's doing real good. You know, managing the game well, making the right reads, making the right throws. You know, if something goes bad, he's in the huddle trying to fix it. So I think he looks real good tonight.
How would you describe the quarterback battle from your perspective between Geno and Drew Lock?
I think it's going to be a fun battle.
I don't care. Get him up. Why are they just showing DK Metcalf? There's literally football going on. I don't want to see this. Well, I guess we had to miss third down because they were showing DK Metcalf getting interviewed. So I don't have a third down play to tell you about. It's just suddenly 4th and 1. That's all. That's all we get. We don't get to know what happened on third down because I guess they had to interview DK Metcalf for some reason. So we didn't get to actually see the live action, nor do we get to see the punt or potential fake play. Really don't understand why they're not showing the game. Okay, 4th and 1 coming up. What are they doing? I guess somebody took a timeout. I have no idea what's going on in the game because they keep fucking showing this stupid interview with DK Metcalf. Why do we have to look at him? Show the game and just have the interview audio on in the background. Nobody cares to see this. Jordan Love seems like a waste pick by the Packers. All right, there we go. At least now we can see the fucking punt in case somebody... And it was almost blocked. Like, that would have been so annoying if a blocked punt would have just happened and we just didn't get to see it because they wanted to interview DK on screen. Andre, because everybody ignores 90% of what I say. I don't know. Because he's got dicks in his ears? That's my guess. I just know not to respect people who just don't know how to respond to a question. It's about the same as the people who don't know how to respond when I ask how the audio sounds. It's like, yeah, it's a hard question I asked. I don't know, Andre. I'm asking way too hard of questions. Clearly. Like, I know the level of thought you have to put into, hey, how does the audio sound, is quite perplexing for people. I mean, hell, Phil, Nathan, and Donnie lied about the audio earlier. They just went, it sounds good, and it sounded like complete asshole.
8-10 years ago, this place was notorious for having a receiver that was a big-time leader, and that was Doug Baldwin. So the franchise is used to having a guy.
Like, that was terrible sounding. I don't know why anyone who told me that sounded good earlier. That was fucking awful. You could, like, I was barely coming through. Like, the audio was up like fucking twice as loud as me. It's like, why didn't anybody tell me this sounded so fucking awful? Like, Sethic, you were there too, dude. What the fuck was that? You said it was good. That was awful. That was some of the worst audio I've ever put out on this channel. I don't even know why you said that was good. That sounded like dog shit compared to what it sounds like right now. I really don't get that. Why you guys? What are you guys trying to sabotage my channel? Is that like funny? I don't find it very funny. It's really an easy question if the audio sounds good. I just don't know why people can't answer it.
Back in 2010, so high expectations when you go 9th overall.
And you know, one of the challenges for young tackles is you got a quarterback competition. One day Geno Smith's taking the reps, then it's Drew Lock. The sound of the cadence is different. Are you
whatever though?
the same rhythm, and that's something that's challenging these young players as well. As Geno's got a cadence, and it's
see what I mean though, Andre? No one can answer the audio question, not even you. You're just as bad as they are about not answering questions. You don't even know it. See, when I break out the how's the audio sound question, look how fucking silent everybody gets. They have no idea how to ever answer that question. It's literally, it sounds good or it sounds bad. I don't know how that's so difficult. But it is. You have no idea how difficult that question is for people. It is the hardest question on the face of the earth. And I don't know why it is. It seems like the easiest one to me because it's super subjective. You can be like, hey, it sounds good to me. And then I can, you know, be like, all right, is it a good mix? Yeah, it sounds all right. It sounds great. Or, nah, it just sounds off. No, you're literally not even listening to what the fuck I'm saying, dude. I'm about to get rid of you from the stream in a second. Yeah, fuck you, actually. I'll see you in 5 minutes. You can hear it fine? Good. That's all I really care about is if people can hear the fucking stream. And if it sounds alright. Like, I have to check now because no one's, again, answering my question. So I have to assume it sounds bad. And everyone's just way the fuck too afraid to say anything. Which is really annoying. I'll actually time you out if you don't answer my question and go on to say something. More so than if you say it sounds bad. I prefer to hear that than it sounds. Alright, does this sound okay? Alright. Anyway.
Your job is to get your team in the end zone, and they haven't done that. Can return to the team, the guess is Sunday. And then, of course, Seahawks will have one more preseason game on
I should just mute the audio. No one will say anything, and it'll be very funny. First and 10, though, for the Bears. Ball's at the Seattle 45.
Because it's going to be Drew Lock's one opportunity with the starters. Do those starting offensive linemen play longer? Does DK and Tyler Lockett, do they play longer to really create a good evaluation? And maybe those guys weren't going to play. Are they forced to have to spend more time in the game in a preseason?
This is where, as coaches and as scouts,
yeah, I'm probably quitting at halftime. This is an annoying stream.
John Snyder's involved. Look, you really have to use context in order to make the right decision, right? Because looking at a game like
my mood has been fucking ruined by this stream today.
But it's not necessarily all Gino's fault.
Yeah. See, magically everybody's back now that there's no question about the audio.
I think it's one of those things where if you're the Seattle Seahawks, you would have loved for this offensive first half to go differently. And if you're John Schneider, you can sit there and go, well, this is no-brainer now. Gino, our offense looked good. We were crisp. We flowed. But you're not going to necessarily hold this against him because you're aware of what he was out there playing with and the challenge that he was presented.
Hey, you remember that sign of the fan down here in the corner of the end zone? You remember what quarterback he was talking about down there?
Jimmy G.
I know at some point we're going to talk about this now. We're going to talk about this.
Think John Schneider's already talked about it?
Hey, I tried to see if I could get an answer out of him. He's like, don't do
Hell yeah, Daniel, that's good.
Exactly. But look, I mean, this team has a lot of weaponry.
Nice, Marvin. Hell yeah.
On the perimeter. When all these running backs are healthy, they'll be able to run the football the way Pete Carroll likes to run the football. Sure. And we're not
Thanks, finally. People are finally saying something. Thank you. It fucking only took an hour and a half and basically halftime until finally people said something about the audio. Jesus fucking Christ today, dude. You know, I've been answering that. I've literally had like two people answer that question in the last hour and a half. You know how amazing that is to me, how hard it seems to be that people can't answer that until I fucking go on like a 20-minute tirade against them.
With no additional help. Miles Adams. It's the first
Did they really call timeout? Holy shit, this is taking forever, dude. I just want to leave now. I don't want to be here.
Look, Miles Adams did a nice job last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're right, as far as making plays against the run and the pass. Here you see him running a little TT across that inside. Real patient with it, continues to work to find the lane to get into the pocket.
Man, that Robert guy really put me in a bad fucking mood today. I really hate when people complain about shit like that. Holy fuck, dude.
Because Alton Robinson came around the right edge, so Trevor Siemian climbs the pocket, and then there comes that internal stunt, and you're stepping basically right up into a defender that is expecting you to be there. That's why when you marry those defensive stunts together, it's really hard on the quarterback.
I have nothing left to say. I'm just waiting till halftime. You can just kind of guess what's going on. Wow, that was an exciting play. 17-0 Bears lead. That's private information.
Starts to look up at the coverage and seeing it converge on him.
The Seahawks fumbled the punt and the Bears recover for a touchdown and blah 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 blah. 16-0, 17 with the extra point.
Just a crucial turnover.
Nice, Kenny. That sucks, I guess. I don't know.
It's just been that kind of night for Seattle tonight. They have not been on top of their game.
Ugh, fuck, man, I'm annoyed.
Short week, lots of travel.
Yeah, you're the only one, Kev, I guess. That's the most general statement I've ever seen in my life. But cool, I guess. That's good. Good thing. Ugh, so annoyed. So fucking annoyed right now.
With him in the building on that opening night. The Hawks will want to be at their best for that one. That's not just another opening night. And of course on Monday night.
No, I'm not mad at anyone here. Just fucking... Just mad at the fucking people watching. I don't know. I don't know who I'm mad at.
This is just not a good performance for Seattle tonight.
I'm just really annoyed right now. I have a hair trigger fucking...
Some good players here, but they are just hurting themselves over and over again with the kind of things that people then point back to coaching and go, look, drop passes, penalties, muff punts. Are you coaching?
That shit just annoyed me so bad at the start of the stream. You guys have no idea how bad that shit throws me off when people start bitching about like where I am and this, like where I am watching at. It's like, man, I can't do anything about that. Like, what the fuck are you bitching at me for about that? Like, you have no idea how much that actually like irks me. Especially when it's someone who watches the stream regular. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? You know that shit bothers the fuck out of me. Like, why would you just go in here and, like, the first thing you do is, as annoying as possible, say it, too? Like, all caps and shit, like, just trying to be obnoxious as fuck. Like, you watched my channel longer than that to know that, like, that kind of shit will fucking ruin my night. So I'm assuming, Robert, you did that on purpose, if you're still watching. And I'm very tempted to just get rid of you from the channel for that. That shit was so fucking annoying.
Okay, we got to get younger. Let's take this player and we can get some picks.
Like, if it was somebody new, I would be less annoyed. Like, it wouldn't even bother me. I'm like, that's just how it is around here. But it's like, he watches the channel regularly. I don't know why the fuck he wasn't aware of, like, that.
I was just going to say, maybe we can credit Chicago a little bit. You know, I don't want, it's the preseason.
To me, comes off as very purposeful.
Impressed me, and Lewis kind of hinted at it, is they've been disciplined. They've played really hard.
I've never done anything to that guy.
Their head coach talked about that, setting the standard game one. You know, so the energy and the effort has been very impressive.
Really don't know what I did to him for him to piss me off like that. It's like, well, I must have did something to upset that guy because I really don't understand like what the fuck is up with him.
And then you can get a C and then pick up a bunch of loafs too.
I guess I seriously don't know. Thank you, man. I appreciate the subscribe. Usually I'm not this fucking bitchy. I'm just really, like, someone came in here and was just like, you know, you're really far behind on the broadcast. No, dude, it doesn't matter if it was meant to do that, dude. You did it. Like, I don't know why you did that. Like, you didn't need to do that. Like, I'm sorry I'm not up to the second in terms of, like, where you'd like me to be in the broadcast. Holy shit, dude. Like, I would... I take that very fucking purposefully when people do shit that annoys me. Especially when they've watched the channel for more than, like, for as long as you have.
Pick up the first down. Yeah, the Bears want to lead the league in hustle and a bunch of other categories, too.
I love the fact that every coach says that, right? Every coach, we're going to set us culture. The thing that stood out to me was he said the persistence to hold everybody in the organization.
Whatever, I'll get over it.
That's a daily grind that him and his staff have to be willing to be a part of.
It's just, man, that like statements like that just really get under my skin. I think it's more the way you said it, dude. Like all the caps and shit, like It was like, what the fuck kind of annoying shit is this? I think that's actually what bothered me more than like what you said. It's like the way you came in and said it. Like you were trying to be a fucking nuisance about it. Like, do you see, like, I don't know if you realized how you typed that, dude. Let me go read that. I hope it's still on there. I doubt it is. Oh no, it is. Okay, hold on. Where is it at? And I'm not even going to read it with any snark or anything. It's halftime, by the way. That's why I have it muted now. I was just having a good time. We were all having a good time talking about the game. Everything was going really good. And then you said, boy, Rob, you are way behind on the broadcast. Like, I think it's the word way and the word boy. Like, you were trying to, like, insult me for being behind on the broadcast. And then capitalizing way made it be like, well, look at this fucking loser. It's like, I don't know. There was, like, a weird tone to that. And I don't know what did it. Is it maybe it's the boy in front? Maybe it's the way being capitalized? But something about the way that was typed made me go, this guy's being a prick about this for some reason. And I apologize for being mean about it, but like I hope you understand from my perspective how weird that actually looks. Because it's like, why would he say it like that? Why wouldn't he just be like, hey, you know, is something wrong with your broadcast? Why are you so far behind? Like, I don't know. I don't even think addressing me being like not exactly where you are in the broadcast is the problem. I think the problem is it's just the way you said it. It hit me weird. Like you were like trying to be insulting and like trying to piss me off or something. I was like, well, what the fuck is this? I think it's the word boy and then capitalizing way. It just makes it sound way worse than it was. No, you're good, Robert. I'm just like trying to like figure it out. Like I was like, now I'm trying to make sense. Like now I'm just kind of looking at it like maybe I looked way too much into it because of the way it was typed out, and I just read it weird. I probably read way too much into it, and I was already, I just got a weird temper sometimes. That's my bad mostly, I would say. No, it's fine if people want to say whatever comes to mind. I like it when people chat. It's just like it's just sometimes when people are like, I don't know, when they're saying something about or trying to say something, sometimes it comes off as very, it just comes out weird. Especially when there isn't an ability to hear tone. I can only go with the way things are typed out, and I'm like, that feels like it's aggressive towards me. No, again, don't like again. Feel free to say whatever. It's just that I don't know why that got to me the way it did. I apologize. Again, I think I probably read it weird. I don't know. On top of the fact I was getting pretty fired up about something else too right before that happened. I think I was in like a mid-yelling match with somebody. Like, and then that came out. I was like, what the fuck kind of shit is this? I think it just kind of compounded on me already. I was already kind of going in on Boston media and mainstream sports media as kind of incompetent because Donnie was telling me that he heard somewhere that they think that Kendrick Bourne is going to be cut from the Patriots at best, and at worst he'll be cut, and at best he's going to be like a fifth string receiver. And I was like, what kind of retarded news is that? And I think like you came in on the heels of like me hearing that like Boston media is now saying Kendrick Bourne is going to be cut. I guess I don't really know why, but somebody was trying to like tell me that, and they agreed it was complete horseshit. It's like, what did they watch Patriots games last year? I don't think that would be the outcome. And then I was kind of mid rant when that happened, and that popped up, and I went, I'm already in a bad mood. I'm going to keep going. So that's my fault. I shouldn't have done that. I'm from Michigan, but I root for the Patriots. I've been meaning to answer that question, Marvin. I don't know why I said that's privileged information. I'm a Patriots fan, and I also kind of like the Lions, but I found out about the Patriots first, and I just kind of been a fan since then. Yeah, I was just in a bad mood already, Robert. It's mainly my fault. For sure, Kev. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. It's 10 o'clock. It's not too early, not too late. It's like that time of night. Hey, Christopher, how's it going, man? Yeah, probably not the best. You're a Packers fan? Yeah, I'm calming back down now, everybody. I took a chill pill, basically. I don't really, I just fucking, I had to go back and reread what he said, and I went, oh, okay, yeah, I misread that. I thought it was all capitalized for some reason. I thought the word boy was capitalized, and I thought, like, the whole thing was, and then I seen, oh, it's just, oh, I think I might be, I think I put way too much of my own flair onto that statement. Now, if the word boy would have been capitalized, that comes off as fighting words. But now we're all good now. That's my fault. Mainly my fault on that one. Yeah, this has been a very interesting. The Seattle's just made some dumb mistakes in this game, like being unaware of where the guy's foot was earlier in the game, where they could have downed the punt at like the inch yard mark. Someone's leaving a bunch of fake likes. I don't know, and people come through and leave likes and then dip out. Do you want to know how many raw views are on, like, hold on. I guess I have to explain to you how streaming works really quick. So you have concurrent viewers and you have people that come and go and come and go and come and go. There have been, I don't know how many legitimate views are on this stream because there's a guy just coming through leaving fake likes. The guy who comes in and spams every so often, he likes to also just leave a bunch of fake likes. My stream last night had 37 likes and 100 and I don't know how many views. Hold on. 159 it says. So I don't know. Like concurrents are never going to be like the same as. False start. Yeah, it's been pretty bad with you guys tonight. I don't know. People have come through and left likes, but for the most part, there's probably like 17 actual likes on the stream. I wouldn't take that. I mean, the 38 could be legit, but I highly doubt it. Yeah. I don't know. All my NFL streams do really good though, so it's kind of weird. Like my Patriots game got 37 likes. The Lions game had 35. The Colts and Bills game, despite I only streamed for the first half, was 25. You know, but again, I don't know how many of those are legitimate likes. Probably like 3 of them, or like 15, 16. I don't really care about that kind of stuff though. I mean, likes for the most part, I just care about in the beginning because it helps out getting people into the stream. Because it helps like push it into notified and people see it and yada, 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 so on, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck is this? Why isn't it loading? That's cool. I'll stay for during halftime, then I'm going to watch the rest of the game. If I don't, chuck it out my window. Yeah, I'll probably do some of the game after halftime. I don't know, though. It's getting into the territory where I don't care to watch football is when third stringers start popping up. I'll probably do the third quarter or something. I don't know. I don't have anything else to do. Yeah, Robert. I'm sad that it had to go to that, Robert. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I hate when I have to yell at people that I actually like in the stream. So I feel terrible right now. That's my fault, man. I stream all the time. That's how I felt with the Packers when they were playing the 49ers. Yeah, it's preseason can make you want to go crazy, man. There's so many small. See, it's already down to it's correcting itself. It might actually just be 34, really. What's the actual number? But yeah, like every day for the most part. If I don't stream that day, I'll be streaming the day after. It's a pretty regular thing. Go Hawks. Yeah, good luck to you guys in the second half. We're just waiting for that to get started. Still commercial break. Still halftime. 17-0 in favor of the Bears. Just so we're all aware of what the situation is. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm not responding. I'm just trying to calm down a bit. Yeah, I think the Packers, though, I feel like you guys have the least to worry about coming in. Like, I know the receiving situation isn't the greatest up in Green Bay right now. But, I mean, I don't know. It could be a lot worse, right? You guys have Christian Watson, who seems like he's got some talent. I'm happy Drew didn't play today with the situation we're in. Everybody would be in on him right now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I feel bad for Geno Smith, but that line it's pretty bad right now, man. I think Geno's doing the best he can do right now. I think the backup units are coming in after halftime, though, like the third stringers and stuff like that. I think Pete Carroll said before the game his plan was to let Geno play till the third quarter, so I'm guessing here comes the reserve units coming in now. Yeah, Lewis or whatever his last name is. I thought that was Cross that got hurt. I went, wow, that's super unfortunate. But then I seen that it wasn't Cross, and I went, oh, that's lucky. But I don't think that's good though. He's clearly one of their linemen. Yeah, that's who it was. I thought he looks so much like Cross when he was laying on the ground. I thought it was Cross at first. I was like, that looks like Cross to me. Ooh, hate this place. Lewis is honestly a pretty good guard. I think he does. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty solid. Yo, Andre, just curious why you made your account yesterday. Andre, are you leaving fake likes on my stream right now? Are you that little shit spammer that comes to my channel all the time? Andre. You know I know it's you, right?
That led to the Chicago touchdown. Able to hang on to that one. Here's Laura Rutledge.
All right, Steve. So Geno Smith's night is done for Seattle. And in fact, he just ran past me a light jog, but has a pretty significant bag of ice attached to his right knee. We'll keep an eye on moving well past me.
Why didn't you just use your normal account?
For Seattle, and if they had to go beyond Jacob Eason, it would be Penny Hart, the 5'8" wide receiver, who Pete Carroll says stays ready for that type of opportunity.
Yeah, Geno's done for the night. Yep, he was only playing the first half. Puts up about the same numbers as he did last week. I really hope you're not the guy who spams my channel. You certainly talk like him. You certainly have a lot of fake accounts like he does. I don't trust anyone with a new account, by the way. Like, I have no trust. I 100% know who you are. You can drop the act. You've been kind of, dude, I mean, like, pointing out likes and... Right. Listen, dude, I don't really like when people are on new accounts. I tend to ban them instantaneously.
Another marker down.
Holding. Offense. After distance penalty. First down.
The Seahawks are going the wrong way. Easton is obviously well known.
You're the only person to ever point out likes in my entire stream history, other than him. So, really weird question. I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you the guy who spams my account and does all that weird bullshit with it? Don't lie.
Injured in the opener in 2017. Didn't play as a transfer. And had a big season at UW.
Your one-day-old account is very suspicious.
23 touchdowns. Decided to forego his senior season and make himself eligible for the NFL draft. Here's Travis Homer. And so Easton's a guy looking to put out some good tape, try to find a job somewhere else.
He got the opportunity to play last year for the Indianapolis Colts late in the game against the Los Angeles Rams. Guy who's physically talented. You know, it's a tough situation for him because both Geno Smith and Drew Lock are in that competition we talked about. They're getting every single rep, so these are paramount for him to come out and just put out good tape for the rest of the league.
2nd and 15, nothing doing on this drive. Good job.
Okay. Well, you're not spamming, so you can stay.
Made the stop. It's a loss of 2 there.
Second you start your bullshit, man, I'm going to get rid of you.
Setting the tone. You're constantly seeing, and you see defensive coordinator Alan Williams there.
3rd and 18.
You're seeing them play and reset the line of scrimmage, playing on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
What is this fucking garbage conversation going on right now in there?
I mean, these are all the things that happen when you set the tone up front, and they've been doing it all night.
Ugh.
3rd and 18. Easton from his own end zone able to complete. That's Aaron Fuller.
Oh, dude, you're really weird,
First-year
Sethic.
player out of Washington, undrafted.
Yo, can you stop being weird, dude? Like, Sethic?
And the Hawks will punt.
You're, like, really uncomfortably weird sometimes.
Alan Williams, the defensive coordinator Lewis mentioned for the Chicago Bears. I've known Alan.
Neither team is using starters anymore.
Hey, you and Matt Eberflus come over from the Indianapolis
4th and 11.
Those guys throw in the same defense, do you? And
No, you can. It's just like, don't ask people about like their personal life, dude. That's weird.
philosophies or traits. We just have different players to do it. And I thought that was a very interesting tell for like them trying to figure out and develop some of the guys that are going to be a part of the defense they want moving forward.
Makes people uncomfortable as fuck, dude.
Pettis, fair catch. Special teams for Seattle. One of the many things that has gone wrong.
Yeah, look, these right here are just unacceptable errors. That's a veteran right there in Coleman standing in the end zone instead of
Then I don't care, dude. Like, Jesus Christ, then text him on your phone. Don't have a conversation in here. That's very odd, dude.
Look, it's a three-phase football game. Pete Carroll always talks
Like,
about
we don't need to know your guys' personal fucking relationship. Like, I'm not like giving you something to debate, by the way. This is like I'm just saying this, and like if you keep doing it, I'll remove you, dude. Like I don't do like This isn't a democracy in terms of shit like that. Nothing makes me madder than fucking telling people, repeating myself and something like that. It's like what? I can do whatever I want, dude. Yeah, it's my fucking channel. Do you not like that? Then leave. It's the simplest solution. If you don't like something I'm doing, then get the fuck out of here.
Who's going to step up and make a play? Who's going to say, I want to be on this football team? I want to help out Darnell Mooney. I want to help out Byron Pringle.
What's up, Amir?
Be that guy.
Peterman on the run. Throwing's got a man. It's caught.
Seth, you're a weird dude. Get the fuck out of here, man. You don't know anybody. Fucking creep.
Marquise Blair. Getting healthy enough to get back in the lineup for Seattle.
What's up, Amir? What an annoying fucking douchebag. I'm about to unsub to his fucking shitty channel anyway. Now I can always start from his.
Half the distance penalty. First down.
Trying to make a big play.
Yeah, he really meant number 27.
Fixes my fucking displays.
He's going to talk about the contact.
Yeah, it's an okay game.
After the catch, right there, helmet.
Oh, that's head to head.
That's an easy call. And look, Marquise Blair is.
Wonder if they're gonna call that as a head-to-head hit on number 27. He dropped his head and everything. No, it's 1st and goal for the Bears, so yeah, I'm guessing so. Nathan Peterman. Oh, is he in? Are they gonna rule him short?
They're going to say
They're going to roll him just short inside the 1 yard line. Oh, man. Inside the 1 go the Bears. Bears are just less than a yard away from a touchdown right now. His elbow is down inside the 1. That's super unfortunate. All right, 2nd and goal. Ball's at the 1. Looks like I'm starting 0-1 this week on my picks. This sucks. I shouldn't have picked the Seahawks to win this game. I thought Seattle would try harder than this. Boy, though, if I'm a Steelers fan, I'm very nervous about my defense after watching this. I would be like, uh-oh. Our defense might actually suck asshole. Why? Seattle walked us all up and down the field.
Really has a lot of talent out of App State, drafted by the Tennessee Titans a couple years ago, and has battled injuries throughout his career. But
yeah, that's the crazy part is this is like the Bears' backup units because I think the Seahawks ran their basic backup units all night. I think Fields played for like a drive or something like that.
When it's your opportunity, I don't care if it's preseason or not, I don't care if it's second half or not. Are you making positive plays and producing? That's exactly what Luke
I'm saying they're rebuilding.
out of his skill player.
Scales the snap.
Since you bet on Seattle, yeah, I feel pretty. If I would have been bet, I would have had money on Seattle, or they'd have been in my parlay, and I'd feel like a dingus about now. Well, that's cool. 24-0. It was cool, man. That's good. At least you guys did that. 24-0. 11-16 remains in the third. 11-16 remains here in the third. 24-0. Bears lead the game. It's getting pretty ugly.
I don't know. Renters and homeowners can bundle and save for what?
Well, it's the preseason. The Lions went 4-0 the year they lost all their games in the preseason.
Okay, you know what? I'm in.
Super Bowl right now, I like the Bills and the Bucks. We'll see how that plays. If that's still how I feel when the off-season begins. I got to mute it because it's a commercial break, as you heard. Anyway, yeah, it's commercial. Fuck. It's a commercial break. Yeah, I don't know what. See, I don't think. Yeah, I think so, Amir. They're just. Nathan Peterman just moved down the field with ease against them. You have Detroit. When does Detroit play Seattle? Is that next week? Week 3. Oh. Oh, that's you meant not sweet week 3. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Detroit should be able to win that game. I could see Seattle being like a 3-win team this year, 4-win team. Especially since it's just the quarterback situation's bad, O-line situation isn't the greatest. If they're better than that, Pete Carroll's doing a crazy coaching job this year. All right, game's back on. Gonna have a quick smoke though. Hopefully that.
24-0. Again, the Bears are alternating kickoffs between Cairo Santos and the punter.
Plus, it looks a lot better in here with the light on. Back in like 2 seconds, okay?
He'll get out to the 24-yard line. The story that is hovering around the Chicago Bears camp is one about Roquan Smith, their excellent linebacker, who is holding in instead of holding out, trying to get a contract extension. They're looking for big bucks. There you see the general manager. That's Ryan Poles. Pretty young general manager, 38 years old, replaced Ryan Pace. We touched on everything's new about these Chicago Bears pretty much. Easton says they're good. Let's see. Hands to DJ Dallas for a couple.
This is an interesting situation with Roquan Smith right now because it's unique. You see General Manager Ryan Poles up there in the booth right now because Roquan is negotiating his deal on his own behalf, not using a certain.
Gonna be distant shouting to the microphone.
Ryan Poles. And Ryan Poles, look, when we talked to him yesterday, he admitted the fact that it's a different type of situation. It really is. It's tough to negotiate with players who are arguing on their own behalf. Steve, he numerous times mentioned the fact that the conversations have been short. They've been brief as far as what Ryan presents to him, and then Roquan Smith, kind of just listening to it and then leaving.
Because they're broadcasting it as Monday Night Football. That's
here,
why.
right? He goes public with it on social media about how he doesn't feel like he's being valued, and how he doesn't know whether or not he's going to wind up finishing his career there with the Chicago Bears. Is this a very tense, awkward situation right now for one of the great stacked linebackers in this entire league?
Well, there's some key phrases there. Not negotiating in good faith, that's a big one. Trying to take advantage of me.
And it was interesting listening to Ryan Poles give his side of the story where he told us, look, it's a record-setting deal. But then you hear Roquan Smith say they're not negotiating in good faith. And then you hear rumors about the fact that it's about the structure. Maybe it's about the guarantees. It's about the fact that the contract is backloaded. Look, all players really are concerned about, and I'm not saying, exclusively concerned about, but every player wants upfront money. They want in that first 3 years of the deal to get a lot of guaranteed money to give them some security. It sounds like that's where Roquan Smith is having an issue with the structure of this contract.
Penny Hart was tackled there.
Alrighty, what do we got? I have no idea. For some reason, they're just not showing the down and anything. I don't really know what they're showing. It's 1st and 10 at the 24 for the Bears. 1st and 10 at the 24. Seattle had to punt it away.
Two things that I took away. One was that, label it, he's a linebacker, and maybe organizationally or philosophically, Ryan Poles doesn't value.
Well, if Chicago scores again, I'm leaving. This game is going to be getting quite boring at that point. Yep, see you later, man. I don't blame you. I'm not going to be around much longer either. I mean, 31-0's a fucking ass beating.
But this roster has got some holes in it that are.
Yeah, Seattle's backups are tremendously bad, dude. It's 24-0 right now. Sheesh. Could be 31-0 here in minutes, based on the way this game's been going. Peterman might piece them to death here. He's going to hand it off to number 30, and he gets about 3 yards. Maybe 2. 1, 2. Yeah, 2. By the way, if anyone needs a way to watch the game, I'm not going to hold your hand or hold you prisoner here. I don't really like to do that to anybody. Just leave a like on the way out. Ignore the like total. That's going to be fluctuating. Pretty sure there's just a troll here leaving a bunch of likes. Really, it's the weirdest way of trolling me. I don't think he realizes that the stream was struggling till he did that, and now all of a sudden my viewership went way up again. I don't think he understands the person doing that what they're doing to help my stream out. They're like, I'm gonna troll you by giving you a bunch of interaction that helps your stream out get pushed up into people's recommendeds. Huh? Tomorrow? Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the Patriots game. Yeah, isn't that the weirdest one, Amir? Like, why would you just be leaving interactions on my stream? You do like I understand. I guess he's trying to troll, and even though YouTube just deletes the likes and I get in no trouble whatsoever, like. I don't know how that's trolling anybody. I don't understand that one. Your likes look way higher, and when people come in, they think this is a much better stream than it is. So they're more tempted to come in and stay. That'll get also, when I leave all these dislikes, it ratchets up the interactions of the stream and makes it look like the stream is popping, so it gets pushed into people's recommended feeds. I'm fucking you over. Okay. I don't know how you're hurting me, man, but I appreciate all you're doing for me. Thank you. I guess.
Quarterback and linebacker, you can't really compare the two, but you're right.
Never thought I'd be saying thanks to a troll, but hey, buddy, thank you. You're helping me out quite a bit. Oh, Chicago already got rid of the ball. That might have been the fastest possession I think I've ever seen in my whole life. It's Seattle's football already. I didn't even notice a play happen. I don't know how that's possible. How did I just not see an entire series go? How fast was Chicago's drive that nobody noticed it happened? What even did they do for it to go that quickly? That was 3 plays and a punt in a matter of like 35 seconds of game time. That's partially incredible. Anyway, it's a commercial break because it's a change of possession. It's Seattle's ball, 1st and 10 at their own 8. 1st and 10 at their own 8 go the Seattle Seahawks with 8:12 remaining in the 3rd quarter. You're getting a lot of scam emails? Yeah, I've been getting a lot of scam emails lately, too, on my .edu and my Gmail account. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Stringers? Yeah, well, I don't know. Seattle's starters aren't actually that bad. Their offensive line is really, really bad, though. I would say, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's obvious. Like, you can just see it. Like, the subject header is like, dash, 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 dash. You have won. It's like dash, 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 read, dash, 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 read, dash, dash. It's like, what is? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But how you doing? Reconfirmation, your AT&T gas card for worth $1 million is available for pickup. Just click here. Like, nah, I'm never gonna click there. But okay, it's cute you sent me that. I don't know why. Oh, sweet. Hell yeah, man. Go get them beat ups. Hell yeah. Sounds good. I don't think I've eaten dinner yet today. No, there's no way I didn't eat. I can't recall. I'm pretty sure I ate dinner today, though. It'd be pretty bad if I didn't. Just fucking plumb forgot. Like, whoops, a daisy. Forgot to eat food on this day. Oh, shit. Was that actually caught? Oh, incomplete. Good try, though. I mean, hey, good pitch and catch there. What's up, Sethik? You back now? Welcome back. You skipped lunch and just ate dinner? Yeah. Yeah, I'll make sure I eat. It's just, I just can't remember if I ate or not. You're good, Sethik. No worries, dude. I was gonna say, you weren't acting normal. You weren't acting like yourself earlier, dude. That was a little strange. No worries, though. What's up, Neil? How you doing? Fake account. Your former team's trash. And they try to run with it. It goes nowhere. It'll be 3rd and about 9 coming up. Yeesh. 3rd and 9. He was just being kind of obnoxious. Just not responding and just kind of saying random shit, saying he goes to school, was trying to like find out shit about. I don't know, he's just being weirdo. Yeah, it was a good summer. I would say it's a good summer. It was a few. It was up and down. Kind of had to deal with a few things, but overall I enjoyed it. You had this elaborate scam. They tried out. What happened for a scam? I'll be damned. It's not. Seattle might be one of the weakest teams. Yeah, Seattle's just not good. Steelers Nation. Yeah, I'm ready for football. I'm ready for football and classes to start. And hopefully next summer is better than this one. Cause ugh.
It's just.
Oh, no, you're fine, Seth. You don't need to be sorry. It wasn't you. It's all good. I figured something was up. I was like, I don't know. He's not being Seth, though. I was for sure it was a fake account. And then I clicked on it. I was like, oh, it's the real one. I don't know what's going on. He's being fucking weird. You weren't being, like, offensive. Just kind of, like, off and, like, weird and, like, spammy. Like, not really spammy, just saying a lot of shit. Yeah, I really want to see how Mac plays. I don't even know if he's playing tomorrow. That's the annoying part. It would be nice to know.
Making it very clear how important he is to this football team. I think Lewis said it best. He's a pillar player. Guys, if Roquan is not on the field.
But we'll see. Does anybody actually have any idea about if the Patriots are playing starters tomorrow? The Swiss bank said I was to inherit 25 million there, so like there was like, damn, they were really trying to pull was it like an actual bank or was it just like a group of people? Yeah, more than likely if we don't see Mac pretty soon. Yeah, we'll probably see him in week 3. Here's a return by Chicago. Seattle had to punt it away. They get down at the 33, 32, depending on the spot, I guess. Anywhere in that general vicinity. Yeah, same Neil. All right, man. I'll see you later, man. Yeah, this game's pretty well over. If the Bears score again, I'm dipping out. I'm not doing the fourth quarter. Like, this game is very much over. Dude, the Bears are going to have $123 million next offseason in cap space. Good God. Pickett will start the second quarter as of right now. Mason is the odd guy out. Time will tell what happens, but yeah, I was going to say, yeah, he's pretty much on his way out, Steelers Nation. I heard he was demoted to third string earlier. Damn, Daniel. They were really trying to get you, dude. I'm glad you were able to stay vigilant and realize what was going on. People are pretty brutal when they try and get your money.
And then cash budget. And look, Roquan has hit it around the fact that maybe it's the structure of this deal that he doesn't like. Maybe it's the guaranteed money. Because, you know, all the time, agents float out.
No, you're good, man. I'm not going to ask you. I don't care. I think it sounds just fine. Oh, this point into the stream, if you're having trouble with audio, I'm not going to change anything. That's a beginning of the constraint or stream thing that you can get adjusted. 6 minutes left in the third. I would tell you I'm sorry. This is as good as it's gonna get. I mean, I could make it a little bit louder, but like, I think it's plenty loud. Here's there will be nowhere workers at banks. It's all gonna be all yourself with the ATM. Maybe, but then again, that could be rather inconvenient. Well, actually, hopefully they're walk up, so I can fucking still go get my money. And they start, you know, letting you withdraw like $10, $5, like even numbers of like 10 or 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, like.
As he said, this seat is always hot. It's always hot when you're the guy in charge.
No, that's pretty good, man. What'd you get 50,000 views on?
On the receiving end there, going to bring up a fourth down. And I wonder if, you know, the Bears playing pretty well here tonight. I don't know if that has any impact on anything. Roquan Smith is seeing this. Hey, how much do they need me maybe? I don't know.
You know what? I think it's important for everyone watching these games to keep it in perspective. Look, the Bears are playing with an identity that Matt Abrams.
Oh, is that just how many views you totally added in?
A lot of hustle, a lot of intensity, physicality on the.
That's really good, man. Them shorts seem like a good way to blow your channel up, huh?
But the frontline players aren't out there that are going to be playing for 17 weeks.
Just a bunch of like nice views. Nice views though, man. Shorts seem to do really good. Officially going to 2 Lions games? Hell yeah, Luke. Hell yeah, man. How you doing, buddy? You're going to the home opener and Thanksgiving? Hell yeah, there you go. Hey, thank you for all the likes, everybody, but I think most of those are fraudulent likes. I don't think I actually have 45. It's probably somewhere like 23. But again, I appreciate everyone who's left a like so far on the stream. The Bears punted the ball back to the Seattle. This has just been a punt back the ball back and forth, so it's going to be a commercial break as it's his change of possession. 24-0 the Bears lead. 4:39 remains in the third, and it's 1st and 10 for Seattle at the 36. Seattle has the ball 1st and 10 at their own 36. What is actual cap space? Just the cap space. I don't. Did I say like make a difference between like actual cap space and cap space? I didn't mean to do that. I wouldn't know what the difference is, to be honest with you. I know of cap space, but I don't know what actual cap. I misspoke if I said that. I'm sorry. On August 28th, the Steelers and Lions will play. Yep, final preseason game next week. Should be pretty good. Exactly, Amir. Seahawks quarterback right now is I don't know. No, you're good at Celtic. I normally just time people out because, you know. Well, Drew Lock would be their starter, but I don't know who came in after Geno Smith. Went on for like a month until they asked for like $7,000 to mobilize documents because I couldn't travel to Switzerland. Those Swiss banks are notorious for fraud. Yeah, it sounds like pretty fraudulent shit there, Daniel. Holy shit. You shouldn't have to spend any money to inherit money. You know what I mean? It's like, well, put the fucking check in the mail. Just put it in the mail. I'll get it when you send it in the mail. I don't need to do any of that. Just send me that money in the fucking mail. I don't need to do any of that. If it's actually an inheritance, I don't need to do any of that. Just send it via mail. Just put it in a first class envelope and send it out. For the Patriots, yeah, Patriots play the Raiders for the final one. Yep. That's a number one way to tell if you're being scammed. Just ask for a check. If it's like someone trying to pay big, just send me a check. I don't have any banks. Just send me a check. Oh, what you mean you don't have bank? That's the one I use, by the way. 100% of the time it works. Like, beautifully. Motherfuckers, the scammers don't really know what to do if you just tell them, well, just send me a check. I don't have a bank. I don't use banks. I don't trust him. I hope he plays that game. Hopefully he gets some work in the preseason. All right, Seattle takes back over 1st and 10. Ball's at the 36 for Seattle. We'll see what they do. But yeah, damn, Daniel, that sounds annoying to have to deal with. Then that'll be a first down for Seattle. Here come the Seahawks. Dun, 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 dun. Like I said, I'm in a pretty good mood outside of like the beginning of the stream. I don't know. I was furious earlier. I was fucking triggered about something. I was on my SJW shit at the beginning of the stream. I was crying, bitching. It's pretty funny, but I've calmed way down now. That was the worst fake I think I've ever seen in my entire life. No, you're good. You can comment as much as you'd like. You're good, buddy. Oh, what are teams? Oh, the cap. Fuck. 200 and what is it right now? All right, I'll look. I just have to look that one up. 2022 NFL cap space. 208.2 million. I knew. God damn it. I knew it was 208. I just couldn't remember what the point was. So wherever I decide to go, I don't have to rely on my pocket cash. You know. Yeah, I mean, having money in the bank is nice. I have a bank. I just fucking say I don't have one. Yeah, Thornton looked pretty good against the Giants. I hope he looks good next coming in this week as well. It is nice that the Watson drama is finally fucking over. Holy shit, I'm so happy. You guys have no idea how much I hated the Deshaun Watson drama. It's like, well, yeah, especially since everybody just, oh, it's Eason is the quarterback for Seattle right now. The discourse got really annoying with the whole Deshaun thing. Everyone's like, dude, you know he raped 24 women. I actually seen that today by several people saying he sexually assaulted 24. No, he didn't. Only like one person alleged even a light version of assault, and that was laughed out of 2 grand juries. So the only one case where there was alleged assault was like, nah, there's literally no evidence of this. So, and the only, you guys will see. It's when the civil case actually happens and those 4 cases get dismissed. I'm fine with him getting 11. Just so people shut up and it's not 6 games and people can't bitch about it. Like, people still are. And, of course, people are like, oh, he deserves to be suspended for life for showing his pecker. But then, you know what's funny? It's the same people that are saying, like, he should have been, like, kicked out of the NFL for the rest of his life or longer are the same people who say shit like, Louis C.K. shouldn't have been in any trouble for what he did. It's the same motherfucking thing. There is literally no difference between what he did and what Louis C.K. was doing. And people would like, the same people saying like Deshaun's like a gross rapist monster even though he was accused of misconduct by 3 of the 24 women. Anyway, let's not get in. We don't need to get into it's weird. It's very weird. Or the fact that the NFL suspended Big Ben for actually sexually assaulting 2 women. Not even being accused of misconduct. He's accused of straight assault. And he only got 6 games. Deshaun got 11 for misconduct. Weird, right? Yeah, he broke the rules. I'm saying he should have gotten 6 games like Big Ben did. Even though Louis didn't even do anything, by the way. He asked for permission. I'm guaranteeing Deshaun asked for permission to all these bitches. That's probably what's so fucking confusing about this. But he's doing weird shit. I'm not confusing. I'm not excusing what Deshaun did, nor am I excusing what Louis did. That's some weird shit to ask somebody. If you're not like sexually related, you know. Just hang up. It's just weird, dude. It's just weird bullshit. That's my number one thing is these guys are being weirdos about shit. But again, that's not exactly against the law. Louis literally wouldn't even do it if they said no. That's the craziest part. But Deshaun, I'm pretty sure, was kind of weird and kept asking, and you know. Again, they said he was being coercive but not forceful, which means that he was being annoying about it, but there was literally never any violence, never any force, never any, you have to do this or you don't know what'll happen. It's the implication of no. It's like Dennis on that boat and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. 4th and goal coming up. Somehow they're at like the 12-yard line. I don't know how Seattle just got into the red zone and did absolutely nothing with the football, but that's incredible.
I think Pete just wants to get some points on the board, let the field goal.
Hit to make up sign forms, yeah. I mean, wouldn't have helped in Deshaun's case, especially when you see you want to see a fun document.
Have a nice clean operation here. This isn't a good showing for them tonight in terms of just.
I'll grab it for you. Here's Deshaun's. These are the 4 women still, I believe, accusing Mr. Watson of the crimes he's guilty of. That'll be a good field goal attempt. Seattle puts some points on the board. Let's fucking go. I'm pretty sure that's a commercial break. Here we go. I'll show you guys something really fast. Oh, come on, you piece of shit. All right. These are the defenses. Here we go. These are several points against the plaintiffs. Plaintiff blank alleges that she was alone at the spa and feared for her. Okay, there was just things. Okay, here are some of the things. E. Plaintiffs told others they wanted to get money out of Mr. Watson. Uh-oh. Plaintiff blank told close family members that if Mr. Watson's attorney had paid her, she would have supported him instead of suing him. She also told her family that she had contemplated blackmailing Mr. Watson. Uh-oh, that's very suspicious. Why would she just say that? Why, if she was such a victim, why would she have supported him if she was paid a bunch of money by Deshaun? That's a weird statement to make, don't you think? Oh, it's not going to commercial break. Let me unmute it. Okay, I guess that one's a little suspicious, but okay, we'll ignore that one. The next one, Plaintiff Blank told a witness that the only reason she was getting involved with the lawsuit was for the money. The only reason she was getting involved in the lawsuit was for the money. She even laughed about it and stated that she wanted to get in on the action. These are the women suing Deshaun, by the way. These are actual statements these bitches made. And people are trying to tell me he's guilty as shit. Really? Is he guilty as shit? I don't know. It sure feels weird. It's a commercial break, but oh no, I think it's still. I thought it's coming to an end. Let's read the next one. I'm sure it gets better for these women. Oh, this is the FBI one. This is the one the FBI contacted Deshaun Watson on because they thought he was the victim of a massive extortion attempt. Plaintiff Blank admittedly set out to blackmail Mr. Watson before she filed suit. This is the one the FBI is involved in and on Deshaun's side. A bunch of people might be getting in trouble on this one. She asked him to pay her $30,000 for indefinite silence because her encounter would be embarrassing if revealed. More importantly, when Mr. Watson's marketing manager, Brian Burney, asked whether she was claiming that something happened against her will, she confirmed that everything that occurred was consensual. Finally, she told Mr. Burney that she wanted a copy of the NDA that she and Mr. Watson signed because she did not want people in her industry to know she had provided oral sex to her massage client. Evidence of her concerns is contained in Mr. Burney's affidavit and a contemporaneous tape recording of the phone conversation. So basically, this bitch is like, I just don't want anyone knowing I sucked this dude's dick. By the way, let me repeat something in that statement. Mr. Burney asked whether she was claiming that something happened against her will. She confirmed that everything that occurred was consensual and she wanted to blackmail Mr. Watson. This all came out of him when he requested the trade, by the way. I wonder what spurred on all of a sudden the owner of the team's neighbor to sue him. Witnesses state plaintiff blank has a history of forcing herself on celebrities, chasing celebrities, and running behind high-profile athletes. They also describe her as being out for money and a money grabber. Here's the Ashley Solis part. During one of the press conferences Mr. Busby held regarding the case, plaintiff Ashley Solis claimed that she was not filing the suit for monetary reasons, but because this is about having her voice heard, and it is about other survivors' voices being heard. Belying her assertion, though, Mrs. Solis would have abandoned her voice and being the voice of the other alleged survivors if Mr. Watson had paid her $100,000. Let me reread that. This is about having her voice heard. It is about having other survivors' voices heard, stopping a monster, keeping a monster gone. Belying her assertion, though, Mrs. Solis said she would have abandoned her voice and being the voice of the alleged other survivors if she got her money. Wow. This is the people that decided to stay in the lawsuit and not take the fucking money for some reason. They were offered a settlement. All of these women were offered settlements to get away from this. But you know what them dumb bitches are doing? They stayed in it. They actually stayed in the thing. You're going to your first high school? Ooh, that's always fun. By the way, it's between the fourth quarter. That's why I have trouble believing any of this, by the way. When I read shit like that, it's like, do you guys not see how fucking how wild this is against Deshaun? What could be possibly happening? They got away with character assassination on this man. I wonder what the other cases would have looked like. Something tells me a lot of these cases look exactly like that, by the way. I bet you all 24 look like this. These bitches were literally like bragging to their family and friends that they were going to get Deshaun Watson's money. I'm sorry, but it's like, how can you believe any of this? If 5 of those cases, that's 5 cases right there. That's 5 different cases. To me, that literally puts, so 19 of them now are legitimate to you, right? I hope you would imagine, like, all right, well, there goes, that's 5 cases that I don't think are real anymore.
Steve, we got a lot of inside jokes too. It's fine.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Some inside jokes last night.
Is there anything? Now, if you're one of those other 19 women, you're one of the smart ones who actually took their money and got the fuck out of here. Hell yeah, congratulations, Tomioka. I'm glad you were able to, oh no, an injury. I'm glad you were able to get that figured out. Hell yeah, man.
So I'm curious what you guys think in a limited performance.
Talking about someone that sure sounds like this, but the NFL is acting like he's murdered. No, dude, people are acting like he assaulted people, and that's why I don't like the notion that he's being accused of sexual assault. It's like, no, he's not. Like, maybe one person was. Even the person that's was fucking admitted to blackmailing was like, nah, he didn't force me to do anything. I just sucked his dick. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I just don't want anyone knowing I do that in my massaging.
I understand that Luke Getsy's really aware of not only the philosophy of this offense.
What did Deshaun do wrong in that situation? Name the one thing he did wrong in that situation. No, Deshaun's actually the victim in that situation. Guess what? Deshaun's a victim in the fucking one where they tried to openly blackmail him. Do you know what that conversation actually was to Mr. Bernie on the phone? No, this isn't extortion. This is blackmail.
I don't think you can really make a true assessment on that here today.
No, Deshaun stands on his innocence. I'm thinking of Deshaun didn't actually do anything wrong. Yeah, I'm in the minority too. I think he did some weird shit, but again, I don't think every time something comes out, every bit of this story that's revealed to me, like all those 5 women that I think are still suing him, those are the cases against the women, and it's like that's damning.
Straight to the top as far as how everything is coming through for him, but he did say.
No, it's not even assault by the NFL standards. There was no violence involved. There was no penetration involved. That's literally, dude, assault, literally, like, that means rape, by the way. I'm pretty sure that's, like, rape. And rape is a very, very, very specific thing. Like, and Deshaun's not accused of doing any of that. It's fucking weird that people keep calling it assault. It's like, guys, it's literally misconduct. He went to a jury trial over what someone tried to say he assaulted them, and they went, yeah, there's no evidence of this happening. And if you try and say the dick sucking one's an assault, it's like, no, it wasn't. The lady said it was consensual, and she's blackmailing him. Yeah, they kept saying that he was like raping bitches and shit after he got this. They're like, I can't believe they let someone who raped 50,000 women, a whole country of women, just go with no punishment. It's like, actually, he's being fined several $1 million, and he has to miss 6 games. That's actually a fucking lofty suspension and a lofty fine. What are you talking about? He's getting away. What do you mean? What is he getting away with? He's literally, his life and reputation is ruined. He fucking, like, he just lost 1.5 years of football, the only thing in life he probably loves. Like, fuck that. He's been punished enough for fucking bullshit accusations. I'll say this and I'll say it again. If his name was Sean Watson, he wouldn't be going through this anymore. This shit would have ended last season. They'd have gave him the Big Ben punishment, and everybody would have shut the fuck up about it. Again, Big Ben, for actually assaulting 2 women, only got 2 games, or 6 games. Go figure, right? They never even alleged she did nothing like, it was nowhere near, like, violent rapes. I'm pretty sure in a fucking bar bathroom is where he was raping people. Like, it was bad, dude. What Ben was accused of compared to what Watson, I'd rather be accused of what Watson was accused of. Because he wasn't even accused of that bad of shit. He was being a weirdo. I'd rather not be considered a rapist like Big Ben was. Like an actual one. There's layers to it, right? People don't like my Watson takes, let me tell you. They tend to get kind of spicy because I'm in a very, very, very huge minority of people who really don't think it's that big of a deal. Well, I don't know. Like, in comparison to the way it's being reported, it makes me go, well, literally, it's not that big of a deal. He's like, he needs to go to, like, the most I will say is he probably should go to some classes like the NFL is suggesting he does. It's a commercial break. Like, I do agree with sending him to fucking classes because it's like, dude, Deshaun, you were doing some weird shit, and you got to learn not to do that. You got to learn to be more careful. You got to get them fucking urges under control, my friend, before you actually, like, mess around and actually commit a crime. Like, is it troubling what he was doing? Yeah, that's the start of a very troubling problem. And I'm glad that it didn't evolve into something worse before it was like, all right, Deshaun, you need to pump the fucking brakes and stop doing what you're doing before you accidentally go too far and nobody wants to deal with that anymore. I'm glad it's almost one of them things where you're like, boy, I hope he stops and gets some fucking help because, like, that's an addiction, it sounds like. Ben made mistakes too, and that's the thing. So did young Deshaun. Deshaun didn't even go that far in his mistakes. He's just fucking yet anyway. He hadn't gone that far yet. Let me correct that. Oh, I'm sorry, Seth. That kind of sucks. I just don't understand how Twitter dipshits are smarter than 2 district attorneys, the FBI, Houston Police Department. Yeah, and 2 grand juries. Yeah, I don't understand that. I guess they seen more evidence because of the number of women that it was accusing him. It's like that, to me, that means nothing. Say me and 24 people work at a company together, and we want to get rid of our boss. What's stopping us from saying he fucked us all? Would that be evidence to you people? Like, a lot of people, that'd just be enough evidence he's guilty. And we'd win with no evidence. We'd win in the court of public opinion 100% because we have 24 people against him. 25, including me. To me, the number doesn't mean anything. It just means that you got 24 people together to say something. Cool. I could do the same thing against you. Does that make it any more true or no? No. Like, I guess that's been my major argument is, like, number of people doesn't mean true or false. Like, you know, it doesn't equal, like, it just make like the number of people just make it like it's like an amplifier at the end. Like, if you can prove it's true, it's like, oh, fuck, that's a lot of people. He's got to go to jail. But, like, the number of people, to me, doesn't make it any more true or false just on the number of people. Especially when there's lots of money on the line. You know what I mean? Like, money really complicates this thing to me. I don't know. And you do have a party that would be willing to fucking burn the Deshaun Watson bridge. Sorry, I personally just don't trust the Texans. And especially Cal McNair. He's a bad guy. I don't think he's well liked by most of the league for a reason.
And a chance to make a play, maybe even special teams here, try to keep their NFL dream alive. Yeah, look, your NFL career is
like, they don't like him very much, the other owners, for a very because he's a fucking douchebag. Yeah, they're literally a scumbag operation down there. I feel bad for the players, and like I feel bad for their fans too, because it's like, man, you guys deserve a way better football team than that. Oh yeah, he's literal garbage, dude. Cal McNair is a garbage person. It's cool that he brought the only good thing the McNair family did was bring the Texans, like bring a football back into Houston. Yeah, the fans are great. The Texans fans are awesome. I have loved talking football with them. They're super competitive. They're good people. It's just their owner is a fucking douche. It's like Lions fans when they had William Clay Ford as their owner. It's like, wasn't your grandpa like pretty much a Nazi? No, he just got an Iron Cross. He didn't like Jews. And kind of supported what Hitler was doing. Don't work tonight, Madden drops in an hour, W. No, I'm pretty sure Henry Ford distanced himself when he found out what Hitler was actually doing. But let's not forget, he did get an Iron Cross, I believe. The Ford family did. Don't forget about that. From the Nazi regime. But again, I'm pretty sure once Henry Ford found out what the fuck was going on over there, he was like, no, we can't do that. I may not like him, but, I don't want to fucking do that. That's a step too far. But no, I'll be honest about that. I'm pretty sure that was when Henry backed the fuck out of supporting Germany and Hitler when he found out what was going on. He's like, whoa, fuck that. And then started supporting the American causes, obviously.
You see him just get low underneath the pads of Lucas, avoid the hands, turn the corner, meet you at the quarterback.
I would say this, though. I don't think that's...
But to be fair, though, I'm pretty sure in America, because of how Germanic it was, like a lot of the Midwest was very Germany, like German-like. Pretty sure back in the 30s and 40s, there was probably a non-zero amount of people who supported Hitler, and it had anything, like, it was just like weird German supremacy running through their blood. They're like, fuck yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure that was a thing. I won't say it was like all Americans or a good amount, but like, it was probably a non-zero number. But again, I think what happened is everybody kind of found out about the whole Holocaust part, and they went, oh, I didn't support that part. That was a bad thing. It's like, we're all about the strong German heritage, but it's like, the other stuff, that was fucking crazy. We didn't like that at all. We just thought it was kind of fun to, get hyped up on German shit and talk shit about the Jews. We didn't know he was fucking doing that. That's crazy. Then war broke out, obviously, and that all kind of just went away. But I'm pretty sure America's second language was probably going to be German for a very long time. And then all the Germans just kind of quit speaking German in America after World War II. They went, I guess we're done with that language.
man. I love it.
But yeah, for a while it looked like German was going to win the second language of America thing.
He has not asked for any days off. He's not asked for any special.
Like, for example, one of my mom's friends, her grandma spoke only in German. It was pretty crazy. Like, she didn't speak English, and when my mom was real little, there was like signs in Rochester Hills that were in German and shit. Just like large parts of the city were just in or Sterling Heights. There's just a lot of German shit around. And that was in the 60s even, so like it probably was a lot crazier.
Like Robert Quinn, when you say we want to set a new standard, a new culture, and we're going to hold everybody accountable to it, he's one of the guys that you could take a young player to and say, just watch 94, because they said they call him a dry shirt.
Now it's all Spanish stuff, which makes way more sense because geographically speaking, you know.
He's a really good example for young players to look at and say, 12 years in, you've got this career.
It's probably a pretty good idea to learn all them languages.
You're still going that hard every single day.
Yep. And look, they have some young pass rushers that they can develop on.
There was, Robert, I'll be honest, against Deshaun, I don't think there's any evidence other than he said, she said. Like, there's, like, and it's like the evidence that's, like, against, like, in favor of Deshaun almost completely, like, blows out all the evidence against him. It's mainly, like, you got, these girls are like, well, I don't, like, they basically, like, I don't really know what evidence there is. There was not enough evidence to criminally charge him in any of it. There was just none. There was just no good evidence. There's no evidence of any, like, anything, like, bad. Other than, like, the weird, obvious, like, creepy shit he was doing. But, like, anything criminal, there's no evidence he did anything criminal. Other than maybe solicited prostitution, which... That'd have been funny if he got charged with some shit like that. Like, I'd been like, well, what the fuck is this? What, the hooker said? Like, y'all were believing hookers? That's crazy. That would have actually probably ruined the case for Tony Busby. Everyone that was still sympathetic left to the women's case, they'd been like, wait, are these like prostitutes? Are prostitutes suing Deshaun for giving him a massage and having sex with him? Yeah, it's literally, it was all consensual. Yeah, they're all trying to say, like, but I felt I had to. Yeah, it's so much so that you bragged about it to your family and friends afterward. And then when you got introduced to the lawsuit, you start bragging about making more money. And the only reason you were going against him is to make money. No, but it's like, no, he didn't force me to do anything. And I actually didn't mind it until someone told me I can make some money on a lawsuit. Now I don't like it. That's literally what all 5 of them things said, by the way, that I read. Except for they actually sold his case, but she tried to extort $100,000 out of him. It's like, wow, your guys' star witnesses are one extorter, a blackmailer, and 3 people who have openly stated they're only suing to get they're only changing their mind about what happened because the lawsuit happened and they could make a bunch of money. They thought. Wow, that's what you guys are saying is proof that he did it. That's all you got. I mean, you can stand by those women, but I'm not. I'm not going to stand behind someone who openly admitted to extortion and Ashley Solis, the Bernie case, which is a blackmail one, and then you have the other 3 women who, in their own words, pretty much didn't have any problem with anything until they learned they could make a bunch of money. Yeah, I don't believe a single one of them. It's like, is that the best they can? Either he has one of the greatest defense lawyers ever.
I couldn't really tell you. I wish him the best of luck in everything that he does. So I know it's going to be a fun game.
It's either Rusty Hardin is either one of the greatest lawyers that the world has ever seen, and I am just hook, line, and sinker, or I'm missing something when I read those. You know what I mean? And I could be missing something here. But, like, I still haven't yet to found anything that overturns the Bernie story or the Ashley Solis one of him trying to be, her trying to extort him for money or for silence, which is against the law.
We've heard about a fresh start here with a lot of new voices being heard.
Yeah, he literally, that's exactly what happened.
I think it's fresh. I think it's something
And by the way, when the Texans were implicated as being a part of it, it's like, oh boy, that sounds so fun. That made me go, oh boy, that makes it sound like the Texans really did set him up. They motherfucking facilitated the problem that they know he had, and they're like, we're going to use this against this motherfucker if he ever leaves us. Why does Jamal Adams still want to play for Seattle? Do you think he actually still wants to be there, or do you think it's like he's thinking in the back of his mind, I should probably demand a trade? It'd probably be for the best if I get the hell out of here. Come on, Chicago, score. I want to get out of here. Come on, get in. No, he didn't get in. No, Jamal's still on the sidelines. Unless they got a new number 33. He's still on the Seahawks. I thought, yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought he got the fuck out of there. No, he plays in Seattle. I don't know why he stayed. Well, Robert, how often do you think people settle? Like, it's just a lot easier just to get the fuck out of the way so you can go back and play football. Why does anybody settle? You know what I mean? Even if they're, like, you see big companies settle all the time. It's a lot easier than having to deal with a goddamn court case, isn't it? And again, even he says, like, what's the word? I think he feels bad about what he did, even if he didn't do anything necessarily wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he, I don't know how to actually say the words I'm thinking in my head. Oh, welcome, Dale. Welcome, man. You had class till 10 o'clock? Yeah, I think he just wanted this to just stop and go away. I think he does understand that, like, he might have made the women feel a little uncomfortable, and I think he does feel bad about doing that. I genuinely think he didn't think he was doing anything wrong, and I don't think he... I don't know. It's just, he just wanted this, like, you know, just get it over. Like, just... And then the 5 of them didn't want to take the money, and then those 5 just don't look good. I think he just wants to be done with it and just fucking just be over with. Because it sounds like this is just going to drag on and on and on and on. If he just doesn't settle it, and on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I think he's just done with it. Which is understandable, dude. Can you imagine being accused of some shit like this? I mean, he could fight it all the way and then look good, and then in 2 years go back to playing football. But like, that just wouldn't be good. See, with Deshaun, he can redeem himself from this moment, right? Because again, he's not completely innocent here. Let me preface it by saying I just don't think he's like as guilty as the way people tend to paint him as. They paint him as a giant rapist. It's like that's literally not even what he's being accused of. At worst, he's a fucking serial weirdo who pulls his pee-pee out when he shouldn't be doing that and asks very uncomfortable questions to people. Like, at worst, dude, he's just a weird guy. Like, and he probably needs to get a little bit of help. And as long as he actually goes through and gets all the fucking treatment that he's going to be going to soon and gets some help for some sex stuff and learns a little bit, hey, what else do you want him to do? He's going to get classes. He's going to get help for the problems that he's got. He's still kind of being weird about trying to admit guilt, and I don't know. I don't think he knows how to apologize correctly without like making it sound like he's guilty, but also like he doesn't think he's guilty. Like it's like I don't know. He'll go. He's going to go see some therapists and people and get some shit worked out. But see, the thing is, like, even Deshaun acknowledges that he might have did some shit that made him uncomfortable. But that wasn't, like, he didn't know he was. I think it's a genuine misunderstanding. Like, from Deshaun, I don't think he did anything, like, bad, if that makes sense. I don't think in his head he was doing anything wrong ever. I think he was just like, well, I was just asking if they wanted to suck my dick. What's the big deal with that? Like, not completely understanding, like, how uncomfortable, like, a 5-foot-tall woman might feel when his big ass at, like, 6'4" is going, you want to suck my dick? She's probably terrified to say. I don't think he got that. I don't think in his mind, like blinders on, he's just like, what's the problem with doing that? She said yes enthusiastically. She was all happy to do it. Like in his brain, he might actually not understand. Like, what the fuck was I doing wrong? They were saying yes, and that's when I reacted. No, he should have been punished. Yeah, no, I've always said he should get some problem. Because again, he did some shit. But again, I don't know how criminal the action was. I feel like he's like asking for, like, even the women are saying he would ask for consent in that document. But it was like, maybe they don't feel comfortable saying no. And he just isn't picking that up, like, type deal. And again, there's no evidence of him doing anything wrong. In fact, the only evidence I have is of him being victimized by these women. But again, his own words, he didn't mean to make any of them feel uncomfortable, and he's very sorry that they felt uncomfortable. But he's also saying he's an innocent person, which I understand. Just get some help, go deal with the sex, fucking learn about like some consent shit, and he'll be fine. Literally, he'll be perfectly fine, and as long as he takes the right steps, people will get over it, and people, will have to forget. Like, it's like, guys, he's literally not even as bad as you want him to be. At worst, he's a little bit of a weirdo. At best, he's misunderstood. But again, he did some weird shit. I'm not even trying to defend the guy from that. He admitted to do like some weird shit, but criminal, no. Malicious? I don't even think it was malicious. Again, if you were to ask him, I guarantee he doesn't he probably was like, why would they be uncomfortable with me asking that question? But you know what I mean? Like, it'd be like a weird thing for him. He's like, I don't understand why anyone, what? Yeah, he's got to stop. Dude, he's got to stop doing that. He's got to get some help for sex addiction, dude. He's gonna ruin his. Again, I'm just glad it did. Like, that he got caught. Again, yeah, I think that actually is the problem. He doesn't understand. Like, again, that was probably 90% of the issue here. Is Deshaun would ask, they'd say yes, and boom, 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 everything good. And in Deshaun's mind, he doesn't understand why they maybe wouldn't be comfortable or they would feel coerced into saying yes because he's a very big man compared to probably some of these women. So you begin to understand, like, what he like. I'm just trying to, like, maybe go into the mindset of Deshaun. Like, what could have caused him to just miss on this like the way he did? And based on his statements and the way he kind of just is addressing everything, yeah, it sounds like that's exactly his mindset. Is I asked, they said yes, what's the big deal? And he's not even considering, like, he's like a fucking brick shithouse compared to these women, and they're all alone in one-on-one in situation, and they all alone in a locked room. They probably are terrified, dude. Yeah, exactly. And again, that's kind of not good because it's like we all kind of maybe that was going through his head. That's probably as bad as, because, like, I don't want to imagine he's out here just fucking. He doesn't. Again, you can kind of look at his entire career's worth of character, his whole life, and be like, this doesn't sound like Deshaun Watson. You know what I mean? Like, that it's not a personality match. Dude's like was a pillar of the community, and now, I don't know. The Deshaun topic is very, very divisive. I understand that. And I probably have one of the more out there takes. This has been my take since the beginning. From the second I heard the story, I went, I don't know if I trust this. But again, I just hope he gets some help and fucking deals with it and is able to get his life together. Before he makes a mistake that really does some damage to people. That's all. I'm just glad they got him before, it got worse. Because, again, this could have been a lot worse with Deshaun. Like, this whole thing. No, he's still a pretty solid dude. He just, he's just a weirdo. Just don't let him be alone with your girlfriend. No, just kidding. Just don't let your girlfriend give him a massage in the locked room. And oh shit, that's Seattle's ball. Dude, this is a sloppy fucking football game, dude. These guys are dropping kicks and just throwing the ball around and whatnot. Like, what the fuck is happening? These are terrible football teams. Look at this. Yank. The fucking one of his blockers ran right into the guy trying to return. Like Newsome got ran into by number 80, and the ball just hits off his arms, and one of the Seattle players jumped on it. Every month there is another official. Yeah, that's probably a problem. They're just spending up that pandemic money on themselves. Bears fans on TikTok getting all hyped up about fucking week 2 preseason game against Seattle. Woo!
Bears first turnover of the preseason.
At least Deshaun, I don't know. I'm just glad that the drama's over and we can focus on other good things about football. We don't have to talk about that anymore. It's over before the regular season got started. You know what I'm also glad about? The NFL was willing to negotiate on their stands. They were hardlining at a year. And it's really nice to see that to avoid a court thing, to avoid court. Deshaun came off his 6 games and was like, yeah, we'll go to 11. I guess that's fine. And the NFL went, all right, that seems like a good enough compromise. We'll do that. And that seems fair. Deshaun gives up 5. They give up 6. That's pretty much meeting right in the middle. And then the fine, of course. $5.6 million if you include his game checks.
In Pittsburgh and then had to travel all the way back. He even said it's a really difficult week to make.
It's a big ass fine.
What kind of practices do we have? Do we try to rest the bodies? They obviously sat 20 guys tonight, so I think they're well aware that this next week is going to be a huge thing for the evaluation.
They have Will Fuller in Seattle?
That's the balance. Then you get the long week.
Sure.
They do. No, they investigated the shit out of this, Robert. They found that in every one of the, and I think every case they reviewed, there was a lack of, the reason he got 6 games and the reason that the NFL is because, again, the NFL was like, yeah, you did some wild shit, dude, and that's where I stand. He did some pretty crazy things. But, again, none of them were violent. There was no real coercion. He just asked women, and they said yes. But, again, when all this is again, you know, we all just talked about, there's a reason they only get, like, they understand, like, he was doing some, he's being very weird and doing some pretty predatory shit with his action, which is kind of predatory to do what he's doing. Just asking and then just kind of just this, there's some weird predator. And again, I don't think Deshaun meant to be predatory. I think it was an actual, I didn't know I was doing anything that would have made anyone uncomfortable. I was asking, they said yes. How am I being predatory? It's like, I don't know, the door is locked and you're the only 2 people in there and you're fucking 1.5 feet taller than the lady. She's probably terrified of you. Why would she be scared of me? I don't know. You're a pro athlete, and no offense to you, man, you're a very strong human being. If she says no and you get upset by that, what happens to her potentially? Them women aren't very stupid. Like, those are, most of the time, massage women like that, they're pretty street smart. And they know that it's just best to just deal with the, you know. The problem was Deshaun was acting predatory, and that's why he got the 6-game suspension. And he was acting rather predatory. But again, it feels like a unintentional predator situation. Like, again, it's so hard to say it. I don't know. Bears dotted this up this many points, and that line is a crime waiting to happen. Yeah, no, they're I mean, it's good that Fields can get away from hits, and he gets rid of the ball very quickly. But, boy, yeah, that line is awful. On both these teams. Fucking poor Geno was under fire all night, and so was Eason, Ben. I think they actually stopped blitzing Eason because they're like, this feels kind of bad. Like, I'm not kidding, by the way. I'm pretty sure they've just decided to stop blitzing that guy out of, yeah, this doesn't feel very fun anymore just to blitz Eason. He doesn't know how to get out of the way. Watch some of the, he's getting, a lot of time to throw the ball now. Is that or the Bears can't blitz? Yeah. I mean, predatory behavior can be anything. But, yeah. predatory towards kids, yeah, like, yeah, that's, you know, not Deshaun. Dude was just fucking acting like a demon and didn't even know it, which is that's the worst kind too, is because again, Deshaun could have wound up actually doing some very bad damage to somebody, like, and not, dude, I'm just so glad it never turned into anything. Like, it could have been way worse than what it was. Like, the accusations could have been started getting way worse. Just glad he got figured out before it got worse. Hopefully he gets the help, but if he doesn't, fuck him.
Peter leave the offense on there. Go for a 2-point conversion.
Then I'm very serious about that. If that guy decides to just start being like weird and start like flouting out, getting help and shit, it's like, dude, fuck you then. Fucking creepy bitch. No, I actually do think he was there for massages, because he does see, like, the Texans didn't know he had, like, a lot of pro athletes get 2-3 massages a day. It really does help them out quite a bit, but, like, you know, he just assumed while you were there, might as well get your dick played with. I guess that was his thought. But no, the massages are what I would say most I would say 90% of pro athletes get massages regularly, multiple times a day after practices, after games. I mean, man, you gotta, that probably feels really good to get your shit worked on it, like to get your back and your fucking, to get your thighs worked out, to get your fucking, your back feeling a lot better after a football game. Like, I would imagine that probably feels pretty great.
I also think Kay Johnson was the young man who had that fumble on the special teams play. You know, when you're trying to build a roster.
You know what was crazy is that there's 40 women out there that, like, claimed he was a good guy, and everything that, if anything ever happened, it was always consensual, and Deshaun was always very polite about everything in that situation, even if he was told no. So I always think about that, like, why aren't the, like, 40 women who came out and defended Deshaun? By the way, that's actually a real thing. If you look it up, women come forward to defend Deshaun, you'd be like, whoa, why was this never talked about? and it seems to match the stories of everything we've read tonight about that, where it's like, because again, remember, it came out that there were 60 different massage therapists that Deshaun visited in that time period, and only 24 of them came forward with any kind of claims against him. That means there's at least, 35 women out there that have no problem with what Deshaun was doing?
Next year on your birthday. Remember chocolate cupcake. Onside kick.
No, see, Steelers Nation, he was doing it the safe way. He was doing things the smart way. Though these women wouldn't have accused him of anything had he, like, not, if they hadn't been coerced by Tony Busby and Cal McNair because Deshaun wanted to leave Houston. If he went to Houston, if he'd still be the Texans, if he was still on the Texans and never demanded a trade, this would never have came out about Deshaun. We would have never heard anything about this. Like, never. We would have never heard about this. Yeah, it was like 20 immediately, and then afterward, it's been about 15 more have come forward and been like, yeah, there's nothing weird. I mean, he asked us some I think even some of them were like, yeah, he asked us for, like, sexual favors, but we just said no, and he said okay. It's like the dumb bitches when, it's like, whoa, okay, so Deshaun wasn't, it's like, so you can tell him no, and he just goes, oh, okay. It's like, So you could have said no and he'd have just not done anything? Well, apparently. But again, I'm not blaming those women that anything happened with them, by the way. That would be pretty fucked up if I was just like, so them whores deserved it. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, they could have, that's how like, again, that's why I think in Deshaun's mind, I don't think he was doing anything predatory. That's, again, because there's enough women that have come forward where I'm like, sounds like if you would have told him no, he wouldn't have done anything. Again, that's not on the women that didn't say no. They obviously felt a type of way about it, but I haven't watched this game in a while. I know Seattle scored, like Christopher said. Who has the ball? It's a 2-minute warning. Oh, Seattle has the ball. All right. 2-minute warning. Yeah, I'm hoping he comes back ready to go in week 12. But hey, at least the saga's come to a close. We can move on and wait for the next player to make a very bad mistake and distract us from the Deshaun Watson situation. Because that's probably what'll happen is some idiot's gonna, like the Henry Ruggs trial is gonna start up pretty soon and everyone's gonna be back on that one. Because again, Henry Ruggs is way worse than that. Henry Ruggs, got a person killed. Henry Ruggs is like, oh, thank God for fucking Deshaun Watson taking the limelight off me a little bit. What the fuck, dude? Oh, that's cool. I guess my password just changed. I don't know. Somehow, I guess my password isn't what it's been for a very long time, which is fucking crazy. It's the 2-minute warning, by the way. Robert, if you're saying the number of people make it more guilty, can you answer me this one question? Say you're the owner of a company, right? This is a hypothetical. And you have about, 30 employees. What happens if 27 of them come forward and say you did some foul shit to them, even though you didn't? 24 is for shock value. That's all that is. The number is pure shock value. Because the number of people don't make it any more true or false. Just because you have 20 people saying somebody did something, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Because again, I could get 20 people together and say, Robert Jermaine fucked us all, and we want him to go to jail. And because there's 20 of us, a lot of people just be like, well, he obviously did it. It's like a mental thing to people, where it's like, no, it doesn't. Is there any proof? Well, those guys said he did. Yeah, but why? Well, why? Like, is there any evidence? Nope. Like, you're going to bed? All right, Jacob. That's my main defense against the number being the proof of guilt. Oh, he almost caught that. But it's just like the number to me doesn't do anything except like amplify what should be done to him after we find out if he's guilty or innocent, right? Like the number should only be a multiplier for like the way, like if you can prove guilt. It shouldn't be the determining factor of guilt or not, is what I'm saying with the number. And it isn't. Because exactly what I just said. Yeah, I can present to you a scenario where I can make 24 people say you did something to us, and then you're guilty. And in your own worldview, then you'd have to go to jail because we all said you did something even though you didn't, and we have no evidence of the thing. But I guess just having that many people say you did something is enough proof. I don't know. But we have no evidence, by the way. We have none. Except that we were all in the same room at one point. That's our evidence. We've all been. It's provable. We all know each other. Like that would be the evidence. You'd be like, well, that's not very fair. Hold on a second. There's no evidence. Well, they said you did it. That's basically what the evidence against Deshaun is. Do you know how bad that is? And you know what's even worse is like you have text messages from me that indicate that I'm trying to do this to get a bunch of money from you for blackmail. Because I just want money. I just want a large amount of money. In fact, I've always liked working for you, but like I just want more money, so I'm going to fucking try to ruin you. And you know that I think this. You have it in text message form. You would be like, well, there's obviously a fucking bullshit conspiracy against me. Do you see how Deshaun might feel? There's literally no evidence against this dude. The only fucking thing against him is a bunch of women that were they have like proof of like extortion and blackmail and shit. It's just like, man, could you imagine being in Deshaun's shoes though? If he really only just was asking for like sexual favors, man, I'd be like, man, I really don't think I did anything that bad. I don't know how I beat this. Everyone thinks I'm guilty just because of the pure number of people saying I did it. Like I didn't do anything though. They have no evidence. They have no proof. I have proof to the contrary. And they're like, yeah, but you're still a full-on rapist, dude. It's like, no, I'm not. I literally just provided proof that well, the numbers, there's a lot of people saying you did it. It's like, yeah, but what evidence do they have? Well, none. I have evidence that they're blackmailing me. That doesn't prove anything. What about the extortion? Sorry, cowboy.
Change the protection nor play hot. Ball comes out of your hand. That basically loses the game for Seattle. And if I'm Pete Carroll and Shane Waldron, their offensive.
Nah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe he did do some. Again, I'm not even denying that he didn't do like foul stuff. Creepy shit. Nonetheless, he's a weirdo. But a criminal? Nah. Stupid. Yeah, a weird, stupid guy. Oh, what a fucking catch by 13. Dude, oh, is that Will Fuller? Oh, Aaron Fuller. Okay. Is that Will Fuller's brother or something?
That's a heck of an adjustment.
I mean, he looks like Will Fuller. Holy shit.
Maintains control. Oh, then it comes out at the end.
I don't think that's
doesn't complete the catch.
No challenges inside of 2 minutes. We'll handle this from upstairs.
The ruling on the field of a touchdown is under review.
It's a great shot by Jacob Eason. You see some of the athleticism by Fuller to elevate.
He just could have kept that ball a little bit further inside. The safety wasn't going to get there. He was too far inside. But yeah,
there is 4 Vincent brothers. There's Kendall Fuller, Vincent Fuller, Corey Fuller, and Kyle Fuller. That's actually kind of cool. I didn't realize that there was a bunch of.
One of those young players go make a play for your quarterback, right? We saw Arthega Whiteside have the.
That's crazy.
And Fuller right there, one of those guys you'd love to see them in this moment come down with that completion.
And is Will Fuller related to them too?
You wouldn't think this is a critical call, but it is to some.
It's coming back.
Stanford Steve is smiling somewhere.
Nobody's kicking a field goal here either, by the way.
After review, the ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. It will be second down at the 17-yard line. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1 minute and 30.
That's crazy. That there's that many brothers that are all. That's pretty cool. There's still something very abnormal about this, according to many pros who did not. Yeah, but I mean, the majority of the massages happened in COVID when there was like weird restrictions. But again, yeah, Robert, you're not saying anything that's real. Like I don't care that he's acting weird. Yeah, I've been saying he acts very weird the whole time. What evidence do you have that he committed any crimes? Even the women themselves are admitting nothing happened. Like, were you not here when I read this document? Hold on a second. Robert, were you not here for this part, man? Hold on a second. Let me show you something. Like, were you not here when I read out the actual court documents about the evidence that, like, shows you what's going on in this case? Like, were you not here? Or is it because he's a black guy you don't really give a fuck? Because it's starting to get weird, dude. You're, like, ignoring this. I mean, I'll reread it if you want to see the defense against these women. Here, plaintiff told close family members that if Mr. Watson's attorney had paid her, she would have supported him instead of suing him. She also told her family that she had contemplated blackmailing Mr. Watson. There goes that claim. That's no good anymore. Plaintiff blank told a witness that the only reason she was getting involved in the lawsuit was for money. She even laughed about it and stated that she wanted to get in on the action. Here's the Mr. Bernie story. Plaintiff blank, this is one of the biggest ones. This is the one the FBI got involved with to help Deshaun out on. admittedly sought to blackmail Mr. Watson before she filed suit. She asked him to pay her $30,000 for indefinite silence because her encounter would be embarrassing if revealed. More importantly, when Mr. Watson's marketing manager, Brian Burney, asked her whether she was claiming that something happened against her will, she confirmed that everything that occurred was consensual. She told Mr. Burney that she wanted a copy of the NDA that she and Mr. Watson signed because she did not want people in her industry to know she had sucked a dick. Evidence of her concerns is contained in Mr. Burney's affidavit and a contemporaneous tape of there's a recording of the phone call. Basically, she just didn't want anyone knowing she gave sexual favors as a masseuse. Let's see what else. And that she openly stated in this phone call, her businessman, her pimp, basically stated, they called it her business manager or whatever. He stated that no, this isn't extortion, this is blackmail. He said the words in like stone cold English. And then he was like, "Well, you guys saying something happened?" No, everything was consensual. We'll say you raped her though. Do you see the problem there? Next one. Witness state that plaintiff blank has a history of forcing herself onto celebrities, chasing celebrities, and running behind high-profile athletes. They also describe her as being out for money and a money grabber. And then, of course, we know about the Ashley Solis situation. During one of the press conferences, and by the way, there was one press conference with one name, and after everybody dug up the Ashley, they literally released one name, Ashley Solis. Rusty Hardin was so motherfucking fast to respond to that press conference. He's like, here's Ashley Solis asking us for $100,000 for her silence. So much for bringing like the voice for all these women and being like, no, Deshaun could have never stopped her. She was never going to take any money to go against to be silenced by Deshaun. She was going to speak up and stop the monster, unless you paid her $100,000, of course. Let me read. During one of the press conferences Mr. Busby held regarding the case, plaintiff Ashley Solis claimed that she was not filing suit for monetary reasons, but rather because this is about having her voice heard. It is about having other survivors' voices heard. Belying her assertion, though, Ms. Solis would have abandoned her voice and being the voice of the other alleged survivors if Mr. Watson would have agreed to have paid her $100,000. I'm sorry, but these are the women you're defending right now, man. Two women who 100% extorted and blackmailed this man. And then one woman who was going to blackmail him but didn't need to in the end. And then three women who are completely happy with what happened, but just, they want some money. Sorry, man, I have trouble with that one. Like, can you provide good evidence of anything? I could provide evidence nothing happened. Or at least, at most, it was a misunderstanding of intent, I guess. I actually have no evidence to support the other side. I would present it if I had it. Again, and everything that I could present would probably be exactly what I think already happened. Where Deshaun asked for consent, got the consent, but just didn't understand that they didn't want to do it. And they just felt like they had to say yes. And again, that's wrong. Deshaun's kind of a weird guy for some shit like that. But to act like he did something more than that, I think is a bit much. Is my main point. Again, if this was anybody else, there's a part of me that wonders if that information was out about anybody else, does this even get this far? You know what I mean? If Deshaun wasn't Deshaun and his name was Sean and looked a little different, I don't think the general public would be okay with him being treated like this. I'm going to be very honest about that. I really don't think he's getting a fair shake here, and I never do that. I never blame stuff like that on that, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like if he wasn't black, then people wouldn't be considering him to be a rapist, even though that's never been alleged. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's like, because he was acting predatory, dude. Again, do you not listen to anything I say? him going around and asking women to fuck him and shit is pretty fucked up when you're like a massage therapist and like you're in a locked room and like you ask a woman to fuck you and you're like twice the size of her. Dude, that's kind of fucking weird to do and kind of predatory. Like, you can't be doing that shit. Like, he should know better than to do that. And that's what he's in trouble. He never once has been accused of anything violent, rapey, just kind of fucking weird vagueness, like being a fucking predator, dude. Being, like, even if they, like, every single one of them is basically, yeah, he said yes, but he's fucking, I felt like I had to say yes. Yeah, the last 15 minutes wasn't bad. Like, do you understand what, like, he's actually getting in trouble for with a lot of, like, the NFL? It's predatory behavior is what he's in trouble for. Like, a long history of, like, troubling, like, man, Deshaun, if this could get worse. Like, do you not get that? That the women felt like they had to say yes or else something bad could have happened to him? That's literally the worst thing that he did. Is do that and not realize the situation he was putting those women into. Because, again, a lot of them probably felt like they had no other choice but to say yes. But again, Deshaun needs to learn how to read that a little better and understand that situation better. Again, that's what he's in trouble for. He's not in trouble for, like assault. He didn't do that. Again, I think most of what happened was like literally he asked and he was said yes. Yeah, he literally that. He's a fucking creep, dude. Again, I have not once defended him doing what he's doing. He's a genuine weird dude and he needs to go get some help. But like people are like calling him a full-on rapist on Twitter and it's like, guys, that's not even what he's been accused of doing. He's a fucking weirdo and a degenerate at worst. And not even degenerate behavior. He just fucking thinks that, like, they're going to say yes. It's like, Deshaun, you literally had these women locked in rooms. Why do you think they said yes to what you were asking them? Well, they could have said, no, nothing would have happened. I don't think they knew that. Like, that's the number one issue. I don't think those women thought saying no was an option at that point. Now, is that a problem? Yeah, that's a huge problem. And Deshaun needs to realize that you can't fucking put people in those situations. And I think that's what he's learning. And I hope he's learned that through all this. Hire an actual hooker if you want to fucking fuck a bitch that badly. Just call a prostitute. Call up an escort. They'll suck your dick and have fun with it. I don't know. My man needs to find out what escort services are. That's basically what we found out. Somebody needs to tell Deshaun, like, hey, man, you know you didn't have to bug those poor massages. He's like, well, where do you get hookers then? It's like, why do you need them? But stupid situation. I'm glad it's over with. I'm glad that the punishment's happening. We'll see the man into about week 12. We'll see how that all goes out. He plays the Texans week 1 in Houston, I'm pretty sure. Or week 12. Or week 13 whenever he's back. That's going to be so fucking good, you guys. Oh, they gave him 11 games on purpose because they probably wanted to give him 12, but then the NFL went. They're like hiding it shit. They're like, we're just going to do 11. What? You know, we're just going to do 11. Like, you dirty little bastards. Like, there's a reason it's not a normal number like usual. There's a reason they put that bitch at 11 and not 12 because they're like, well, we want Deshaun to play Houston. That's good money for everybody. And the NFL went, yeah, that's probably too much money to let go. All right, well, we're gonna do that shit. I still personally think they shouldn't let him play in Houston right away. I think that's a very bad idea. Motherfucker's going to be some... Houston's going to go hard on Deshaun that week. Oh, man. But all right, everybody. I think I'm going to start to wrap her up this evening. Robert, I'd like to apologize to you again. I shouldn't have yelled at you earlier. I hope everything's good. I'm glad we were able to get back to our normal disagreements where it was just, talking back and forth and not me freaking the fuck out. This game's over, right? Like, this game, yeah, I was going to say, I thought it ended a while ago. It was like 10 seconds left when I closed it. Yeah, the Bears won 27-11. Whew. What a full stream tonight. I was pretty fired up this afternoon. I guess I had a lot to say, huh? Let me go look at the NFL.com really quick. Tomorrow will be the Patriots. So that'll be good. I'll be pretty dialed into that one for at least the beginning of it. I wonder if the Mac Jones is playing tomorrow. Nope, I shouldn't have typed in week 2. Panthers. Let's see. Mac Jones completed 71% of his passes this week. Mac Jones went 32 of 45, 70% with the pick in full team drills. Good week for the Patriots and Patriots offense. Yeah, against what was considered like the second best. Brian Burns got into a fight with a fan yesterday. Jesus Christ. Mac Jones scrambled for a touchdown too. Sheesh. Mac said he's hoping to play tomorrow. All right, fucking of course there's nothing. Hey, you know, one of the best passing defenses in the NFL last year. Mac Jones lit him up this week. I don't know. All good, Robert? I'm glad. Tomorrow's a new day. Everything will be fine. Hopefully I'm in a little bit better of a situation, a little bit better of a mood than I am right now. Not even in a bad mood. I'm just like super fucking combative right tonight. I don't even know what happened. I guess I'm just irritable. It happens, I guess. I don't know. I got a hot temper sometimes. There's one more thing I want to check, and then I'm going to get out of here. If you have anything else you want to say, but again, we'll be live tomorrow for the Patriots and Panthers. That should be a 7 o'clock start time. What? Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah. All right, though. We all good, everybody? I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to probably go to bed. I'm fucking tired and shit. It was a fun stream tonight. Sorry if I upset anybody. It's never really the intention. I hope it was an enjoyable stream outside of the beginning, the first hour where it was kind of weird, but after that, it was pretty solid, I would say. After I stopped bitching and just started going off about random topics, it was a lot more entertaining, probably. All right, though, everybody. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for spending your Thursday evening watching some football. I'll get over my molding soon. I'm almost back to normal, so just a lot going on. All right, though, everybody. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you tomorrow night for the Patriots and the Panthers. Should be a pretty good game. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course go Patriots. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.